Bank Stadium. It's the Minnesota Football Coaches Association All-Star Game, the showcase brought to you by Anderson Windows, the North versus the South. Welcome everybody inside the broadcast booth. I'm Torrey Holt, glad to be here once again. This time I bring in former Minnesota Viking Chris Rogers into the booth with us this afternoon, and it's a big all-star game for these kids. Hey, you played in the NFL. You came up through high school football. You had a chance to play in one of these all-star games. Exciting moment for the boys.
It's an exciting time. We get a chance to see not only the smaller schools, but the bigger schools play. It's nothing like this that's going on.
Yeah.
These guys had an opportunity to get close this week, got two-a-days. It should be an exciting game.
What was it like for you playing in one of these all-star games?
It's very, very intense. It's as close to college as that you're actually going to get. A lot of these players are playing at the next level. A lot of intensity, good hard practice. But what I really enjoyed, too, you get a chance to get the stickers all over your helmet, get their own customized jersey. You put that into your dorm room when you go to college. It's a good time.
Yeah, earlier this week, our producer, Andy Price, had a chance to catch up with some of these contestants today in this football game, and they talked a little bit about what today would be like.
You know, a lot of time during the regular season, you don't get to go against some of the top guys in the state. So to play in this game and play against the best talent, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be awesome. It means a lot to me. My dad played in it back in the 1990s.
I'm blessed to just be able to continue to play football after the season's over.
I feel like it's an incredible opportunity to test my skills and grow as a player. And I'm really hoping we win Saturday.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it's really cool to see where you kind of match up with other guys in the state and the best in the state.
Yeah, it's super cool and super awesome and fun to be playing alongside some of the best players in Minnesota and be selected to be playing in this game.
It means that I accomplished all my goals I had set for myself as a freshman. I wanted to be the best, so I guess I am now.
Well, we saw the best wrap up last weekend at the Prep Bowl. The 2023 season is now in the books. And in just a moment, we're going to be sending it down to Dave Giles, our public address announcer for today's game, and he will have introductions of the North and South teams. Until we get down there, we will get this one set up here. Now, they've been competing here since 2016 here at US Bank Stadium. You played for the Vikings, but it was at the old Metrodome. This one is state-of-the-art, and what an experience for these kids to come in here and play.
Well, we got an opportunity last week to take a look at all the state championships that went on, and now you get a chance to see these guys individually play with each other on some of those teams instead of against each other. And, yes, this is church right here in this all-star facility, and absolutely, the Vikings, what an wonderful experience that the Minnesota Football Coaches Association puts its great game together. You got the Minnesota Vikings with Joe Rush that helps out as well with the high school football programming, and what a wonderful facility. We got a nice crowd out here today too, Torrey.
Yeah, and we're also on fox9.com all day long giving you this game, so we appreciate the partnership with Fox 9 as well to be streaming, and on Vikings.com as well. Maxwell Woods and Savion Hart, they're both playing in this all-star game on the South team. One of the matchups last week in the Prep Bowl featured both of those running backs. You had a chance to cover that game, the 5A championship. Tell us a little bit about both of those running backs.
Just excellent running backs, unbelievable speed, change of direction. I think they're still partying in Chanhassen right now.
Braden Staples. From Eden Valley Watkins, Nolan Geislinger. From Stillwater, Tanner Schmidt. From Buffalo, Wyatt Osterbauer. From Becker, Zach Bankston. From Winniemac, Ryan Kangas. From New London, Spicer, Mason Delzer. From Fridley, Tykeelan Highshaw Moore. From Andover, Demario Davenport. From Osakis, Kyle Magas. From Andover, Luke Denicky. From Robbinsdale Armstrong, Landon College. From Minneapolis, Patrick Henry, Rory Wyatt. From Centennial, Marcus Whiting. From Forest Lake, Mark Rendell. From Centennial, Dalen Cummings. From Hermantown, Peyton Menzel. From Rockford, Harrison Brunn. From Foley, Bryce Gapinski. From Rocori, Will Stile. From Kimball area, Andy Becker. From Coon Rapids, Kaijon Cummings Coleman. From Kirkhoven, Murdoch, Sunberg, Hunter Kallstrom. From Stillwater, Bryce Roshevich. From Champlain Park, Matthew Heinen. From Rogers, Wyatt Gilmore. From Dilworth, Glendon Felton, Brody O'Keefe. From Detroit Lakes, Mason Carrier. From Mounds View, Evan Hatton. From St. Agnes, Cadman Foley. From Brainerd, Mitchell Wind. From Minneapolis North, Asri Yeager. From St. Michael, Albertville, Joe Dewar. From Rogers, Wyatt Bell. From Staples Motley, Elijah Clausen. From Rocori, Grady Minerath. From Pequot Lakes, Riley Peters. From Alexandria, Sawyer Rumor. From Irondale, Emerson Mandel. From Wayzata, Manny Wilson. From Ticino Grace, Owen Swedberg. From Dilworth, Glendon Felton, Josh Dudgeon. From Detroit Lakes, Isaac Caribou. From Litchfield, TJ Christensen. From Two Harbors, Zach Bentler. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your North All-Stars. The North All-Star team is coached by assistant coaches Daryl Salmi from Stillwater, Chad Gustafson from New London Spicer, Greg Spahn from Grand Rapids, Ryan Bartlett from White Bear Lake, and Brian Remick from Red Lake County. The head coach of the North All-Stars from Robbinsdale Armstrong, Jack Negan. Ladies and gentlemen, the North All-Stars. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time. Let's meet the South All-Stars. From Woodbury, Quentin Cobb Butler. From Lakeville North, Sawyer Wilkie. From Fillmore Central, Jace Keeney. From Edina, Owen Kemper. From Stewartville, Aiden Helder. From Rosemount, Landon Danner. From Minneapolis-Washburn, Pierce Doles. From Fairmont, Levi Pooley. From St. Thomas Academy, Teddy Knapp. From Lakeville North, Antonio Menard. From Mankato West, Bart Makinich. From Rochester Mayo, Carter Holcomb. From Chanhassen, Maxwell Woods. From Mankato West, Jalen Smith. From Rosemount, Will Perutka. From New Prague, Henry Novak. From Apple Valley, Will Washington. From La Crescent, Hoka, A.J. Donovan. From Springfield, Comfrey, Ashton Toll. From Lakeville South, Joe Hager. From Shakopee, Ryan Vosper. From Montevideo, Francis O'Malley. From Owatonna, Mitch Sikora. From St. Thomas Academy, Savion Hart. From Cannon Falls, Dylan Banks. From Casson Manterville, Easton Seuss. From Minneota, Sawyer DeSmit. From St. Clair, Loyola, Jacob Shimmick. From Rochester, Lourdes, Will Roth. From Stewartville, Caleb Jansen. From Waseca, Shane Engelmuller. From Eden Prairie, Will Sather. From Caledonia, Jordan Tornstrom. From Hutchinson, Anton Kadlik. From Edgerton, Jared Fisher. From Northfield, Kyan Rauch. From Egan, Jack Hansen. From St. Paul Central, Alex Dreyer. From Mount Westonka, Michael Oftedal. From Minnetonka, Luke Speedling. From Eden Prairie, Mo Sane. From Two Rivers, Max Mogelson. From Prior Lake, Jade Abasiri. And from Lake City, Keegan Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your South All-Stars. The South All-Star team is coached by assistant coaches J.J. Helgett from Mankato West, Brad Johnson from Fairmont, Dirk Wells from Lakeville South, Chris Mensick from Fillmore Central, Joel Swanson from Casson Manorville, and the head coach of the South All-Stars from Mount Westonka, Nick David. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, please stand as today's colors are presented by the St. Thomas Academy Honor Guard. At this time, please remove your caps and place your right hand over your heart, or render a salute if you are a veteran in the military, for the singing of our national anthem. by Lonnie Magnuson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Lonnie Magnuson, with our national anthem. Now let's meet today's officials. Our referee today is Andrew Aller, the umpire Isaiah Lundberg, the line judge Matt Holtzworth, the head linesman Trevor Knutson, the field judge Christopher Keelis, the side judge David Ludowies, and the back judge.
Well, Lonnie got us kicked off the right way with that anthem.
Absolutely. What a beautiful day, beautiful stadium, great crowd, and these all-stars that we get a chance to see.
All right, it is the South and the North from U.S. Bank Stadium and the Minnesota Football Coaches Association All-Star Game, brought to you by Anderson Windows. And it's up next with the kickoff after this. Coin flip coming up here at U.S. Bank Stadium. Back with you at U.S. Bank Stadium, North and South. They're going to take this toss here in just a moment. The North is in the white uniforms with the purple numbers, and the South is in the purple with the white numbers.
Tails is the call. It is the heads. South is one to toss. You want the ball?
We'd like to receive.
You want to kick? Defending the east?
This way, yeah.
Okay, turn. South has won the toss, elected to receive. The North will kick from the east end. Gentlemen?
All right, you heard it. We took you right inside the huddle there. Take the toss. There's a look right there at Mr. Maxwell Woods of the state champion Chanhassen. What a game that was last week. I touched on it for a moment, but on the same team, we have St. Thomas Academy's Savion Hart and Chanhassen's Maxwell Woods. And in that 5A championship game, we saw those two put on a show.
They put on an absolute clinic. NDSU is getting a real prize, a real treat. Congratulations to the city of Chanhassen. But St. Thomas, great football game. To have both these guys on the same side is going to be something amazing to see as well. Great running backs. Again, it was absolutely electric last Saturday too.
Savion Hart, number 26 on the South squad. He went for 2,642 yards this season, including 226 against Chan in that championship game. Last weekend you worked the Prep Bowl, and you had an opportunity. You also coach at Providence Academy. You were able to see multiple classes. What was your takeaways from the Prep Bowl last weekend?
Man, what I loved about it was the preparation that all of the teams had. Didn't matter if it was 9-man all the way up to 6A. Those teams that were in the state championships were absolutely prepared. I love the different formations that they all came out with and in. But it was really the defense and offense and defensive lines that really set the tempo. And obviously, Torrey, field position is a big part of that, too.
You talked about the helmets. Let's check that out. Trading stickers there. You see a Farmington Tiger, I think. We got this Lakeville South. He died, but they trade the stickers. They put them all over the helmets.
Those helmets aren't going back to school at all. Those are going up in your room. You're taking them to college with you. But there's nothing like representing your school. And again, as you talked about, some of these kids dream about this moment, playing with the best players in the state.
There's Zach Bankston of Becker, 5'8", 160-pound kicker. He also a quarterback, but he's here to kick. And Becker's Zach Bankston will put the All-Star game underway. It's a low liner, and it's going to be scooped up by Woods for the South, and he's out to the 11-yard line. He was stacked up on the return. But that was Maxwell Woods and Chanhassen. Chris mentioned he's going to North Dakota State, and he's going to be a superstar.
Absolutely, and had an opportunity to coach against Zach at Becker. Fantastic player. This kid was all over the field, Torrey. Not only did he play kicker, quarterback. I mean, I'm still having nightmares about this kid running around.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dwight Lundeen doing a wonderful job up at Becker in about his, 52nd year, 55th year.
Got a chance up there to get the experience of dedicating the field to him. It was absolutely amazing. Congratulations to coach up there.
So some different rules in this game. There's only 12 different formations that you can use. Woods will touch it first. A little inside screen to the wide receiver, picks up 1 or 2 on the play. It'll be second down here for the South. They come out. Very good offense. They have 2 quarterbacks on the roster, Aiden Helder and Bart McAnich from Mankato West.
You want to make games like this as even as possible. So, again, those offensive formations really help the defenses run around. You don't want to have really mismatches when you're playing in an all-star game. You let the guys see how they can show their athleticism.
This is Aiden Helder of Stewartville. Fumbled the
fumble.
snap, and he picks it up, fumbles again, and the North has it.
North has it.
Yep.
Turnovers are going to play a major factor in this game, Torrey. As we talked about field position, they switch the field. And, again, when you're playing with guys that you've never played with, especially when you get under center, you're going to mismanage that ball. And you got to be careful. You can get points off these turnovers pretty quick.
Wyatt Bell of Rogers comes up with the fumble. Wyatt Bell, defensive lineman, 6'4", 290-pounder. There he is. Rang the bell early, and North gets the football. First down and 10. Just outside the 10-yard line. Ball will be placed at the 12, and they'll come this way. Quick pitch to the outside.
Again, Torrey, we talk about these guys only have a few days to actually prepare and to practice to do installs offensively and defensively. Again, it's the physical part of it, the mental part of it. Again, those exchanges are critically important.
Dalen Cummings, the Centennial quarterback, 28-27. They won the 6-8 title. They beat Edina in a thriller. Demario Davenport from Andover was on that opening carry. Cummings fires, caught, screen pass down to the 6-yard line.
Great catch.
Yeah, it'll bring up about a third down and 3. Flipped it out to number 11, Luke Deneke from Andover.
They got a nice tempo that's going on right now. The players seem to know what they're doing. Let's see if they get an opportunity to punch this thing in.
There he is. There's Luke from Andover. 6'4", 205-pounder. Caught 34 passes during the regular season. Cummings rolls to his left. Floats one's got a man. This could be 6. It will be. Touchdown. Into the end zone goes Wyatt Osterbauer of Buffalo. And the North strikes first at 6-0.
Beautiful rollout by the quarterback. Oh, and they've got some celebration going on down here on the field. Beautiful bootleg, beautiful catch, and touchdown. Watch that block, Torrey. Great block by the wide receiver. Gets an opportunity to slide on into the end zone.
10:33 left to go first quarter. It's Osterbauer on the touchdown.
Ooh. Missed the field goal. That
extra point
might be a little tough.
And it's 6-0 North, leading the South. So Osterbauer goes in from 7 yards out on the rollout, and the North strikes first. They capitalize on the fumble recovery. Again, it was Wyatt Bell recovered the fumble. That set up the touchdown.
Turnovers are always a key factor in football games, especially when you get down into flipping the field in the red zone. Only took a few short plays and punched it in.
So the head coaches of these football teams, for the South All-Stars, it's Nick David of Mound West Tonka and Jack Nagan of Robbinsdale Armstrong. And the North gets out to that 6-0 lead here in the first quarter, just minutes in. Last year we had a one-sided affair. Just a few years back, we've had some real solid football games here in this All-Star game, and we saw in 2019 a guy named Trey Lance come in here and throw the football pretty well for his All-Star team.
Unbelievable. He's had a fantastic season at North Dakota State, and obviously had an opportunity to play in the NFL. But these All-Stars, obviously great players. Big hit. You're looking at some guys that might have a shot on Sunday, Tori. I mean, a lot of these guys have an opportunity to go to college with a huge hit, and boom.
Oof. Quentin Cobb Butler took one right to the grill on the kick return. He's out of Woodbury, Minnesota. Big shot delivered.
I like how special teams plays a factor. These guys want to get on the field, right?
Yep. And so Bart Mechanics of Mankato West will take over at quarterback for Aiden Helder. I'm sure they'll just rotate series. So 6-0, the South Trails. Handoff Savion Hart slips through out to the 20-yard line. You got Woods and Hart. I wouldn't imagine you throw too many passes here today.
You don't need to throw any passes at all, but don't tell the receivers that. But Hart had a fantastic season. Again, congratulations to the team. Fantastic runner, strong, powerful, shifty.
Savion Hart rushed for over 200 yards in his final 3 games in the playoffs of the season. Incredible. Mechanics fires it, caught. This is Cobb Butler again, and he's going to be stopped for maybe only a gain of 1, so it's going to be 3rd down and long now. So very tough to throw in these All-Star games, I always feel like, unless you're running 9 routes.
Absolutely. You know, the big piece is oftentimes it's man-to-man. They don't get a chance to play a lot of zone. So for some of the guys that may play zone during Friday nights, now you have to play man-to-man. But it gives those guys that are true cover guys an opportunity to show some of their skill sets.
Having a little trouble lining up here. They'll have to check off. They have 1 too many on the field. Here's Mechanics back to pass on 3rd down and long. Throwing down the middle. Got a man. It's incomplete. Had Woods streaking down the middle wide open. Nobody went with them. It would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's incomplete. And the South will have to punt it back over to the North All-Stars.
You and I both know that the coach is going to be putting that down, an asterisk by it, to come back to that pretty sooner than later. But fantastic job. Good play call. Again, they know that it's man-to-man. Linebackers are already a little nervous trying to pull themselves back, and Old Wood slides outside the middle of the field and is wide open.
One of the things that's tough is when you start moving in the pocket, and he was sliding up when he made that throw. You have to throw the ball at the receiver. Try not to lead that receiver when you're running. And he just led him a little bit too far. Otherwise, that's a 6 points. And they're tied up. So it'll be punted away here. Low line drive kick. It's going to bounce at the 50. They're going to let it roll. Probably could have been fielded. And it's going to roll all the way down to the 30-yard line where it's touched. And it'll give us an opportunity right now to meet some of the North All-Stars. They lead at 6-0.
Wyatt Osterbauer, Buffalo High School.
Ryan Fangus, Winnie Mac.
Tanner Schmidt, Stillwater.
Luke Denicky, Andover.
Emmanuel Wilson, Wayzata.
Brody O'Keefe, DGF.
Riley Peters, Pequot Lakes.
My name is Mitchell Wind from Brainerd.
My name is Kajon Cummings, Coleman. I go to Coon Rapids High School.
I'm Andy Becker from Kimball Area High School.
My name is Dalen Cummings. I go to Centennial High School.
Emerson Mandel, Irondale High School.
My name is Sawyer Rumor from Alexandria.
Mason Carrier, Detroit Lakes High School.
Bryce Roshevitz, Stillwater Area High School.
Tadman Foley, St. Agnes. Rory Wyatt, Patrick Henry High School.
Owen Swedberg, Totino Grace.
Joe Dewar, St. Michael, Albertville.
Peyton Menzel, Hermantown High School.
Mason Delzer, Newland and Spicer.
Nolan Geislinger, Eden Valley Watkins High School.
And it's Nolan Geislinger who's in now at quarterback for the North All-Stars. Chance to get through them. They take it pretty serious. Some of those guys on Monday Night Football, they start getting pretty loosey-goosey nowadays.
Absolutely, and taking a look at one of the state championship quarterbacks here. Nice and relaxed. Ooh.
That ball was on the money that time to Peyton Menzel. Hermantown just couldn't hang on. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10 now for Geislinger.
Got to be really impressed about some of the quarterbacking, and especially when there's a new offensive line, the movement. You talked about manipulating the pocket. Pretty impressive that these guys can get out of that pocket and run and be as accurate as they are. Again, these guys only have practiced a few days with these receivers, so adjusting to the speed of some of these guys, height, size, quickness, short area quickness and speed is huge.
3rd down play. They're going deep down the right side, and it is caught. 1st down. All the way down to the 46-yard line. A great catch by Tanner Schmidt out of Stillwater High School.
Big-time program at Stillwater, and even a bigger catch. Again, we talked about the chemistry from the guys. What a fantastic play. You talked about the 9 routes are going to be a major factor in this game as these guys are playing man-to-man.
It's the only one my little 7-year-old who wants to run at home. Backyard. 9. Dad, throw me a 9. I'm like, how do you know the Air Coryell route tree? He's 7. Big catch that time for Tanner Schmidt. 8-3 was Stillwater on the season. They had another great year. They went 5-0 in their district scheduling. They lost to the state champion, state runner-up, Edina Hornets, 49-21. Did Stillwater Ponies. Tanner Schmidt had a big year. 51 catches, 847 yards for Schmidt, and
it's pretty cool, Tori, as you get in these all-star games, you get a chance to see some of the guys that you played against on Friday nights and have an opportunity to get to know them, break bread with them, talk about the game and how it went, and whether you won or lost. So you got some bragging rights as you get in that locker room.
So you mentioned you played in one of these all-star games off the top of the show. Must be fun to see some of the – yours was in Maryland now, but these guys play against each other they may have played against each other in the prep bowl, and now they're on the same team.
It's unbelievable, and again, just the team chemistry that you get, and again, the trash talking that goes on is just something special that you take with you. And again, the level of football that these guys are playing, and I think it's unbelievable. You have such representatives in not only the suburbs, but we got some inner city kids too from Patrick Henry North High School. Pretty awesome to see just the unique group of kids.
There's a carry for Andy Becker on 1st down at Kimball Area High School. Picked up 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5. Big thank you to Dave Fritzie, the Minnesota Football Coaches Association, putting on a great event here, this all-star game that's been going on for many, many years. And this time Geislinger will take it himself. He lost yardage on the play. Coming through, it was a good play that time by the south corner, Ryan Vosper from Shakopee, linebacker.
Yes, sir. Defense is running around with their heads on fire down there for Purple. They're doing a fantastic job. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Oh, it was 22. It was Joe Hager. It was not 23. So that'll bring up a 3rd down now and about 7 yards for Geislinger in the north offense. Hard cadence. Now they're going to change the play. Are they audibling in this all-star game? Now that would be impressive. 2-by-2 set. Geislinger, you can hear him, fires, caught. It's going to be short of the 1st down. Good gang tackle at the 30. It's going to be 4th and about 3 yards to play. And now they're shuttling in a whole new line and see what they're going to do. I think they're going to go for it.
Why not? They're on the other side of the 50. You know, Tori,
everybody goes for it these days.
You got to go for it. Why not? A lot of guys, especially in all-star games, Tori, there's not a lot of route tree that you have. So a lot of hitches, a lot of slants, a lot of fade and post routes.
High snap, 4th down, and they're not going to get it.
Great job.
They brought in the heavy package, but unfortunately it was a little too heavy. They couldn't get the speed going, and they're stuck short of the 1st down, of the South will get the ball back.
South did a great job. Easton Seuss, defensive end out of Kaysen, Manorville, outstanding job. Sniffed it out, made a huge play.
The ball will be turned over at the 31-yard line, and here comes the South trying to get things tied back up. Aiden Helder back in at quarterback. Helder won a state title just a week ago here at U.S. Bank Stadium. They're the 3A champs. They went 14-0 this season. He threw for 2,244 yards. And they're going to change the play here.
Here's another audible.
Helder, zone right rocket into your living room. They didn't get anything. So it went right to Woods.
Defenses are flying around down there, Tori.
Yep. Just the blocking combinations probably get a little bit tough when you're not used to working with your offensive line partner, and they're probably playing positions that they don't normally play: guard, tackle, guard.
And absolutely, and oftentimes the defense is always going to make a little bit more improvement because they're really reacting to plays. And for some of these guys, Tori, they haven't played in a few weeks. So to put the pads back on and get an opportunity to run around again, man, they're going to take full advantage of this opportunity, especially being on television.
Woo! Helder in trouble. He got hit and fumbled, picked up by the North. Still loose. And the North gets the football. After a little bit of trouble, that ball finally was scooped up, and it looked like it was 46 Mason Carrier coming out of it from Detroit Lakes. It was.
DL.
Never saw him. Look at this.
Never saw it. Boom. Unbelievable tackle. Forced fumble.
Got the neck roll.
Old school, baby.
Yeah. And then he was able to recover his own fumble that he forced.
Unbelievable. Shout out to Detroit Lakes.
Yeah, we're in U.S. Bank Stadium where the Vikings play. He's got that neck roll going. He came from the blind side. He reminded me of that guy, Carlos Jenkins, if you remember him. I think he was a Michigan State guy.
Okay.
Played for the Vikings, number 51.
Oh, I do remember him.
Yeah, he used to hit, man. Early 90s.
Early 90s.
Yeah.
Old school.
When you could hit the quarterback.
Old school with the neck roll, unbelievable play. That's what this is all about, Tori. Creating those memories. Man, you not only got the quarterback sack, but you recovered the fumble. Great intensity, great effort.
So North recovered a fumble. That's how they got the football the first time and scored the touchdown. They lead at 6-0. Now they get a second turnover here. And with 5:43 to go here in the first quarter, they're trying to punch it into the end zone again.
Turnovers are obviously a huge key factor in ball, and here we are all over again, getting the ball back into the red zone.
There he is, Carrier from Detroit Lakes.
Replaced at the prior.
Now, what are we doing here? I don't know. Maybe somebody down on the field could find out, get an explanation for us here on what is going on here. But I don't understand what the call is here on the field.
A lot of moving parts here.
So we didn't really get an explanation from the official. And the ball goes back to the South All-Stars.
Oh, wow. What?
And what down do we got? So we didn't get an explanation here. And I don't know if we have a informant down on the field that can get us some kind of explanation on why the ball went back. There was no flag, but the North is pretty upset here. Head coach Jack Nagan from Robbinsdale Arms are pretty upset on having the ball go back to the South All-Stars.
A lot of confusion, but you know what? The kids are ready to play. They're dialed in.
What? So we got an explanation here. They were saying that football was down before the fumble, which it clearly was not.
Clearly wasn't. It was a great play.
Helder gets it back. don't want to give him a second chance. He flips it out here to Woods, who makes the reception. Let's go back to that fumble. Check it out. Ball hit, ball out.
Ball hit, ball out. That's definitely a fumble. Beautiful, clean tackle. Wrapped him up.
Yeah, put his helmet on the outside shoulder. Did not drive his helmet in. Great play by Carrier, so he doesn't get credit for it. But we all know.
We all know.
We all know.
We all know.
And so do any of the scouts that are watching this football game here today.
Great fundamental tackle.
Big third down play. Helder hands it off. Hart is stopped to the backfield, fourth down. So it looks to me like the North is going to get it after a punt.
Will Ruth, good job.
Evan Hatton coming through from Moundsview making that tackle. There's Savion Hart. Not the same blocking that he has up front at St. Thomas Academy.
Again, it is a challenge for these offensive line to gel very quickly, but great play by the defensive tackle.
Travis Walsh, the head coach at St. Thomas Academy, incredible job he did this season, a 10-3 season for the Cadets, and went to overtime with Chan Hassan in a fantastic Class 5A championship game that myself and Chris Ohm had the pleasure to call. But a big shout out to Travis Walsh in his first year. He actually did the All-Star game up here in the booth with me last year, but took a head coaching job, ends up doing coverage for the Prep Bowl on Friday in the booth, and then the next day coaches St. Thomas Academy into overtime, almost a huge upset of Chan Hassan to the 5A championship game, and that's where Savion Hart plays.
That's the University of St. Thomas work ethic, and shout out to some of these schools that are recruiting these kids. Walsh, just a hard-working, great effort. You know, Tori, that defense didn't have a single returning starter and ended up in the state championship. So that goes to kudos to their great coaching staff, kudos to their school that bought into the program that they're continuing to build at St. Thomas Academy. Again, there were some great games last Friday and Saturday night. Congratulations to those state champions and those state runners-up with a fantastic 2023 football season.
Keegan Ryan on that last stop out of Lake City. Handoff, spinning ahead. It's going to be stuck short of the first down, third down coming up here. It's going to be third down and short. That was DeMario Davenport out of Andover, Minnesota. They lost to Chan 54-46 in the semifinals, did Davenport and his Andover Huskies squad. He went for over 1,000 yards, stopped this time by Zach Bentler. So here we are, third down coming up. Dalen Cummings from Centennial, and I think he got the first down here with just a hard count.
Simple hard count. Again, it's game like this, guys want to make plays, want to get that MVP at the end of the game.
Defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
It's all about discipline, right?
6-0 our score. Could have been worse, but getting the benefit of a call that time. The South got the football back instead of turning it over in the red zone. So here's a first down throw. Caught across midfield. And run out of bounds. Tanner Schmidt of Stillwater will haul that one in and out of bounds. It'll bring up a second down and 2.
Good play call. Good play action. Good catch. Way to move the sticks.
Tackle made by Pierce Dawes of Minneapolis-Washburn. Second and 1, we're going to call it. Cummings rolls right, in trouble, gets to the outside, fires downfield, and a great pass breakup. You got to love that. That's Owen Kemper.
From Edina, fantastic long arm. No pass interference call. You know I love cornerback play and defensive back play. Take a look at this. Quarterback boots out, finds his receiver, long arms it beautifully, pulls that arm down. Outstanding job.
So third down and 1. I like the play on third down and 1. Here's Cummings out of the gun.
See some
Fakes
pressure.
it again. Rolls right. Got a number of receivers. This one is caught and out of bounds. Is Schmidt. A first down, and the North will continue on their way down the field.
That time the DB got caught kind of slipping a little bit, and quarterback had 2 options. He could have went short to deep. He went short. Beautiful job on the boot.
I like how he throws it. Dalen Cummings. out of Centennial, state 6A champs. Went for 1,112 yards during the season, 8 touchdowns, 113.7 rating on the 2023 season. And up the middle, we can only gain about a yard on the inside zone play, if that, and it'll bring up second and long.
Defensive line came crashing down. Great plays. Look like those boys are ready to rock and roll.
That was number 98. Right in the middle out of Prior Lake. Abasiri.
Shout out to Matt Giggenheimer and the Prior Lake Lakers.
Fired, caught. First down.
Beautiful job.
No, he didn't get it. Good tackle that time. Catching it on the outside, that was number 31. It was Kajan Cummings Coleman.
6', 185 out of Coon Rapids. Shifty, quick guy. Almost got loose there. See if we get the ball to him again one-on-one down here.
Third down and 3. Cummings. He'll keep it himself. He's got the first down, a little bit more. Across the 20. He's inside the 10 for the end zone.
Unbelievable.
Touchdown! Dalen Cummings takes it in from 32 yards out, and it's 12-0. Time for some duck, duck, goose.
Unbelievable play. Tori, this isn't something that's a surprise. This guy can do it all. Obviously a state champion, fantastic play.
Little zone play on the inside. He'll take it himself. Nice little play right there at the 25-yard line, and enough speed to take it into the end zone. Good ball switch there. Got it on the outside arm and took it into the end zone. Now they'll go for a 2-point conversion. Up 12-0 already. Dalen Cummings fakes it, rolls back to his left, fires to the end zone. This is picked off. This could be 2. Now they're going to down it. They cannot take it back for a pair of points.
Fantastic play by Levi Pooley, defensive back, 5'10" out of Fairmont. Excellent ball skills.
Levi Pooley out of Fairmont. Real good job jumping that 2-point conversion. Here's another look at that touchdown run.
Take a look at the speed. You know, we talk about speed, Tori, and we always have to talk about the strength and conditioning programs. One thing is we interviewed coaches last week for the state championship. A lot of them talked about their off-season programming. A lot of kids run track. A lot of kids are all about speed and agility. He finished the play there. Shout out to Centennial.
12-0 our score. We'll meet some of the South All-Stars.
Michael Oftedal, Mount Westonka.
Luke Speedling, Minnetonka.
Will Sather, Eden Prairie.
Alex Dreher, St. Paul Central.
Henry Novak, New Prague High School.
Kyan Roque, Northfield High School.
Jack Hansen, Egan High School.
Anton Kadlik, Hutchinson High School.
Carter Holcomb, Rochester Mayo High School.
Quentin Cobb Butler, Woodbury High School.
Jared Fisher, Edgerton.
Bart McIntosh, Mankato West High School.
Sawyer Wilkie, Lakeville North High School.
Jalen Smith, Mankato West. Maxwell Woods, Chanhassen.
Savion Hart, St. Thomas Academy.
Francis O'Malley, Montevideo.
Aiden Helder, Stewartville.
Teddy Knapp, St. Thomas Academy.
Jordan Tornsham, Caledonia High School.
Jacob Shimmick, St. Clair, Mankato Loyola.
Sawyer DeSmit, Minneota.
Antonio Menard, Lakeville North High School.
So that's your South All-Star team. They'll take over at the 25-yard line after the return by Carter Holcomb. You saw him from Rochester Mayo.
Tori, we also got to talk about how Minnesota creates some of the best offensive linemen, right? I mean, we saw some huge guys from not only small programs, but the big guys as well.
First down and 10. And back out come the South All-Stars. It's going to be Aiden Helder at quarterback, I believe. Nope. It's Bart McAnich from Mankato West out to the 32-yard line on the handoff. Sawyer Wilkie of Lakeville North darts out. Good first down run. And good positive play here for the South All-Stars, trailing 12-0. Sawyer Wilkie played for Lakeville North, 1,460 yards rushing during the season. They bounced back with a nice season this year.
perennial powerhouse at Lakeville North, representing today a number of different players.
McAnich, he'll keep it himself, has the first down, and popped out of bounds. Big hit on the sideline here. It's an all-star game, but there he came to hit like Sean Taylor did.
Again, there are no friends here today, especially on the opposite side of the ball. And, again, guys want to make a name for themselves, so why not get some?
A big hit. So we got a first down and 10 after McAnich was able to pick up the first down for the South. 1 minute, 2 seconds left in this first quarter from U.S. Bank Stadium. Torrey Holt, Chris Rogers, former Minnesota Viking, along with you. Handoff Woods, left side. Woods trying to get the angle, and down he goes. Good tackle on the outside. And Woods down to the turf. It'll bring up a 2nd and long.
We talk about some of these all-star players, as I talked about in Maryland. You know, 3 of our defensive backs had an opportunity to play in the NFL. So some of the guys that you're seeing today, again, are elite talent guys. Some of the stuff you could get away with on Fridays, not going to be able to get away with today.
Maxwell Woods, state champ, picked up a couple of touchdowns in that championship game. Had a big first half in that football game, and what a game it was as it went into overtime. McAnich to throw. Fire short. That one intended for Holcomb, the 5'9", 175-pound wide receiver, but it was in the turf and right there in coverage. Another good job done by Shaw Moore.
Really has a great football program as well. Got a lot of team speed up there. Good coverage skills.
Osterbauer, the opening touchdown, and then the 32-yard touchdown run.
All right, Tori, they're going 2 by 2, spreading these guys out this time, trying to get these one-on-one matchups.
12-0, and a big play coming up here. It'll be the last play of the first quarter. Going deep down the field, got a man right into his hands. That's going to score. Jalen Smith into the end zone. Touchdown.
Mankato West, big powerhouse program offensively down there, makes an explosive play. Beautiful play call, especially the last play of the first quarter.
Well, it was Mankato West to Mankato West for that touchdown pass. And it went Bart McAnich to Jalen Smith, who caught 33 passes from McAnich this season, and it gets them on the board at 12-6, and they're going to try to kick this one through. A.J. Donovan will come out for the South and try to make it a 5-point game.
A little bit of an inside job there, going from Mankato West to Mankato West. Ooh.
And the blocking up front doesn't get done, and it's blocked in the backfield. Getting through, it was Mason Carrier, who should have had that fumble recovery, who ends up with the extra point block, and it's 12-6 at the end of quarter number 1. We'll take a timeout, and we'll meet some of the heroes from this one. Back inside U.S. Bank Stadium, the South is going to kick it off. They had to switch ends after the touchdown, so we're at 12-6 now. Now, last year it was a lot of running, and it just flew by. And now flying all the way out to the 26-yard line comes the North. That kick was returned by Keyshawn Cummings-Coleman.
Again, special teams plays a major factor. I like how these guys are diving into special teams. Most times, that's how you're going to get a chance to get on the field, especially the transition from high school to college, is special teams. Guys who love to play football, Torrey, love to play football, and that means special teams as well. Great kickoff return. He's all over the field today.
Aiden Helder is out at quarterback now for the North again. I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. It looks like Nolan Geislinger is out at quarterback, and he'll take it himself. Here goes Geislinger out across the 30. He's got a first down up to the 39-yard line.
Shout out to EVW, won a state championship as well this year. Fantastic job. Got a chance to see Nolan slinging that ball last week and did an amazing job. Here he is in an all-star game, using it with his legs as well as his arm today.
First down and 10 out at the 38-yard line for Geislinger out of Eden Valley Watkins.
Defense would look like they're in a two-man. They sliding
Pitch.
down.
Near side. Got a step all the way out to the 48-yard line. Nice run that time by Demario Davenport. Returned the kick, and it's becoming a big part of this North offense run by Jack Negan and his coaching staff. Daryl Salmi from Stillwater, Chad Gustafson from New London Spicer, Greg Spahn out of Grand Rapids, Ryan Bartlett out of White Bear Lake, and Brian Remick out of Red Lake Falls. First down throw by Geislinger is high and away, intended for Schmidt but incomplete.
Like how the defense is really running around out there, especially these defensive backs. Be looking for those guys to get involved as they start seeing and picking up on the tendencies of these receivers beginning to break down, especially right before the sticks.
Good crowd we have on hand here at U.S. Bank Stadium for the Minnesota Football Coaches Association All-Star Game. And that'll be offside. You can hear on the mics. They didn't like that.
There's a little bit of jawing going on down there. I kind of like this part of the game.
Let's go. Dead ball. Encroachment. Number 98 of the South. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, there's some talking going on down there.
Very, very competitive. Again, as these guys get an opportunity to go to college, this is what you're going. Guys, Kerry, this is just an absolute treat watching these guys, these all-stars. Again, you're looking at the best players that are available out here from the state. Doesn't matter what size program you are, representing today, representing your community and your family.
Handoff inside and stacked up, just a couple on the play. I think that was Hart. No, that was, I beg your pardon, that was Davenport on the carry.
Ryan Vosper, linebacker out of Shakopee, 6'3", 210. Got some big guys down there on that field, especially a linebacker. Great speed, met him right in the hole.
12-6 is our score. Ball at the 45. North leading it by 6, and they got a 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Big down.
Geisling will hand it off. Quick little move and trying to get to the 1st down 6, but I don't think that he ever did, was Mason Delzer. Now, Mason Delzer had a big year last year as a junior, helping New London Spicer to that miracle finish in the state championship game to knock off, deal with Glendon Felton. This year, coming off that championship season, they were down a little bit. They went 6-4 this year. Lost some of the senior talent that had helped them to that state crown in 2022.
teams go through that, Tori. They're going to go through their processes, right? And you take some lumps. Some of your younger guys get an opportunity to get experience and then obviously get a chance to come back. So be looking for them to get back into the playoff and a little further on and beyond.
Let's meet some of these North players. They got a big fourth down play coming up.
Bryce Kapinski, Foley High School.
Josh Dudgeon, Dilworth Glen and Felton.
Kyle Magus, Osakis.
Harrison Brown, Rockford High School.
Azure Yeager, Minneapolis North.
Demario Davenport, Andover High School.
Tequila Ishaw Moore, and from Fairleaf. Mark Randolph, Forest Lake High School.
Wyatt Bell, Rogers High School.
Evan Haddon, Mounds View High School.
Marcus Whiting, Centennial High School.
Zach Bankson, Becker High School.
Braden Staples, Alexander Area High School.
Grady Minerath, Ricori High School.
TJ Christensen, Litchfield High School.
Matthew Heinen, Champlain Park High School.
Elijah Clausen, Staples Martley High.
Zach Bentler, Two Harbors High School.
Langley College, Armstrong High School.
Will Style, Ricori High School. Logan Bunker, Elkinville High School.
Tori, we got to shout out some of these moms who have to feed some of these dudes. I mean, the neck on some of these guys are just humongous, man.
More training, more information available than back in our day. Here we go.
We got a fake punt.
And a first down, I think.
It's going to be close. Oh, man.
Right at the sticks. Let's see. It's going to be a close play. It was Mark Rendell, the linebacker from Forest Lake.
Shout out to Coach Bistro up there, Forest Lake, turning that program around, second year. They gave him the first down. No, wait. Nope, they didn't. They didn't. They didn't get it.
So no first down. And they didn't even get a measurement.
No.
That ball looks like where they haven't spotted that it made it, but it didn't. It was just short. So first down the other way for the South. They got a chance here to tie or take the lead.
All right, we see the hitches.
Yep. Quick throw out to Quentin Cobb.
Good short area quickness.
Quentin Cobb Butler, and then for the South, they're able to pick up a first down and move the chains on first down.
We got us a close one here, Tori. We'll see if these guys can get this punched in.
Ball at the 47-yard line. Back to pass. Going deep. Got a man down the middle. It's caught inside the 20-yard line down to the 12. It was Woods.
Now, remember, Tori, this was the same play that we saw a little bit earlier where the coach might have put an asterisk by it.
Yep, went back to it.
Went right back to it, especially as they crossed the 50-yard line. Beautiful job by Aiden Helder. Stewartville had a wonderful state championship this year as well.
Nice throw that time, too. Put it right on him.
Perfect touch.
He had the corner closing from the backside, or the safety, rather, and he put it right on him, and he was able to sneak it in there. Kyle Mann just made the tackle, so now we got a first down and 10 at the 12. Handoff. Here's Hart. Ran into some traffic. Not a whole lot of room for Savion Hart, and he stopped for maybe a pickup of one. It'll bring up second down, so under 9 minutes to play as the South All-Stars are making their way down the field. They're in the red zone trying to get it either tied or take the lead.
A little thunder and lightning with Woods and Hart, and why wouldn't you give it back to Hart? Strong guy, powering it in. I like the 1-2 punch coach is doing.
Big second down play coming up. Helder, the quarterback from Stewartville. He's got Sawyer Wilkie in the backfield with him. Helder looks, fires for the corner, and it's broken up.
Beautiful defensive back play by Will Stell, defensive back, 6'1", out of Ricori. They had another great season as well.
And one intended for Jalen Smith over his head.
Got to be careful with those long corners. He's sitting there at 6'1", 193. That's a nice size corner. Beautiful play. Bodies him up. One hand. Yeah. Outstanding. Pins him to the sideline. Beautiful play.
Will Style in his hip pocket in coverage from Cold Spring. Corey. Here's Helder. He's got Woods out of the backfield. He threw it over his head.
Screen just didn't work that time. Ball a little bit high.
So you go for it here, or are they going to kick it? I think they're going to go for it. No, Helder's checking off. He and Woods, well, they're heading over to the sidelines.
Coach is having a quick meeting. Let's see if they put the ball up. Looks like they're going to go for it.
(12-6) is our score. And they are going to go for it. It's 4th down. And they can get the first down. They need 8. Helder trying to get the defense to jump. It looked like they did, and now we're going to get a timeout by the South. They know it's an important one. They trail by 6 with 8:10 to go in the half. And let's meet some more of their teammates.
Owen Kemper, Edina.
Shane Engelmuller, Wasika.
Ryan Vosper, Shakopee High School.
Mitch Sikora, Owatonna.
Levi Pooley, Fairmont High School.
Jace Keeney, Fillmore Central High School.
Pierce Doles, Minneapolis-Washburn High School.
Will Perka, Rosemont High School. Ashton Toll, Springfield/Comfrey High School.
Easton Seuss, Cass-Maryville High School.
Landon Danner, Rosemont High School.
Dylan Banks, Cannon Falls.
Joe Hager, Lakeville South High School.
AJ Donovan, La Crescent Hoka.
Keegan Ryan, Lake City High School.
Jadea Basiri, Prior Lake High School.
Max Mogelson, Two Rivers High School.
Mose, Eden Prairie High School.
Will Washington, Apple Valley High School.
Caleb Jansen, Stortville High School.
Will Roth, Lourdes High School.
And here we are back for this big 4th down play.
This is huge. Let's see what these guys do.
Helder is the quarterback from Stewartville. He's got Woods sprinting out. He's going to fire to Woods. It's incomplete.
Ooh.
And a little contact, no call.
That's our guy again. He's having a fantastic game. Carrier, 6'3", 225 pounds out of Detroit Lakes.
Look at that. Homa Adam Thielen.
What a fantastic play. This guy is all over the field today. You got to love the size of these linebackers and defensive lines that are playing in these games. Beautiful job. Pins him to the sideline. Excellent job with one of the state's best.
So they turn it over on downs. A nice defensive play. Army girl, huh? Who was that one? That was
Antonio Maynard, defensive end.
Menard, yeah.
Menard.
6'3", 230 pounds. That's a kid from Lakeville North. Yep. Great play there. Is that a karate kick tackle there? Like Billy Sims. 12-6 is our score here. North leading. South trying to get it back. Firing is Cummings. It's caught out of bounds. Good coverage that time by Levi Pooley, and he was able to get his man rustled out of bounds.
Good defensive back play again. These corners are going to start sitting on these routes, and these 6-7 yard hitches might be taken to the house if these guys try to take a chance, Tori.
We got a big 3rd down coming up here. 3rd down and 7 from their own 14-yard line. Dalen Cummings, the quarterback for Centennial, back to pass.
Guys playing the sticks.
And he's sacked. Might have got a couple, actually, as he stepped up in the pocket, but they're going to have to punt. So the clock winding down here in the half as we're coming up on 7 minutes to go. Shane Engelmuller with the big stop in the pressure. Look at the pressure. Steps up, trying to run at Cummings, but he was brought down.
Great job. These guys just rallied to the football. Again, these all-star games mean something to these guys, especially as it being their last high school football game.
So 4th down from the 17-yard line. Back. Pooley is the up back. It's going to go over his head. This one is caught by Holcomb. He's got a seam. He's got space. Cuts it back. Holcomb to the house. Touchdown, and the game's tied.
Wow.
And a backflip.
Unbelievable. We talked about special teams play at the very beginning, Tori. Here he is taking one to the house. Tori, it also looks like these guys practice some of these end zone celebrations.
Oh, they spent the time getting a selfie here. I want that picture. Who's got that one on his phone? That's great.
No flags around here. What a fantastic play. Good punt. Good move. Turns on the Jets. See ya.
Yeah, a lot of room to roam. He had blocking in front, set up well off the punt by Bankston. And Carter Holcomb out of Rochester Mayo High School takes it home, and we are tied at 12. So a 12-0 North lead early is evaporated, and now the South could take the lead here. They're going for a 2-point conversion with the game tie. And they
get it.
Lead.
Wow. Fantastic run.
So into the end zone they go, and it was number 10 from Osakis. Or no, it was Mechanic from Mankato West who took it in. My bad.
Good tough run. Got that offensive line pulling. He gets behind him and finishes the rest with his legs.
Bart Mechanic, and it's 14-12, and there he is. He hooked up on that touchdown pass to Jalen Smith earlier in the game. That got him on the board. The Holcomb punt return, and now Mechanic with the 2-point conversion, and it's 14-12, and now the North is looking up at the deficit.
Hey, this is a time where you got to ante up and you got to kick in. So we've got 6 minutes, 24 seconds left in the half here. You got some playmakers on the other side of that North roster. This is going to be a big kickoff return. We know these guys have the speed to do it, get that ball downfield, flip this field. We haven't had any big-time hits in a while.
No.
We're due for a couple here. Let's see what this kickoff return brings us.
So A.J. Donovan will kick it off. High kick. It's going to be fielded at the 11-yard line. Returned out to about the 23, and that's where the North will take over. First down and 10. 6:15 to go in the half. Torrey Holt, Chris Rogers with you at U.S. Bank Stadium. Vikings on a bye week. So today we have the Minnesota Football Coaches Association All-Star Game in here. Brought to you by Anderson Windows. This event has been going on inside U.S. Bank Stadium every year since its inception in 2016. Caught. 30-yard line, spinning. Woo. And speaking of Vikings, it looked like old Chuck Foreman back in the day with those spin moves. Kajan Cumming-Coleman from Coon Rapids, Minnesota.
The spins always work, Torrey. It gives you those extra yards, and most guys aren't ready for it. He gets not one, not two, not three, but 4 spins on his way to a first down. You know, it just means more to these receivers in this game.
It just makes so much sense that he's going to be a Cyclone at Iowa State next year.
Unbelievable play. Great job.
The way that he spins around, getting himself free. Here he goes again. And the play action, this time it's Geislinger. He'll flip it to the outside. It's caught. It's only a gain of 1 that time.
Defensive rally into the ball. Good tackle.
It's Luke Deneke of Andover on that reception. Deneke had 34 catches for 394 yards this year and 3 touchdowns for the Huskies. Geislinger, the quarterback from Eden Valley Watkins. They beat Barnesville to go 13-0 this season for a state title. 24-6 win in the championship game they played on Friday. I remember Jim Erickson and Travis Walsh had the call in that game. Flipped out near side. Got a seam. It closed quickly. Big pickup on the play of about 6. It's not a first down, buddy. It's going to be short of the first down. Good carry that time by Davenport, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Great tackle by Owen Kemper. Again, a nice-sized DB at 6'1", 180 out of Edina. Again, Torrey, these guys are moving around so fast. It looks like there's things that are open, but before you know it, that speed closes up very, very quickly.
Yep. 14-12. They'll flip it outside. Davenport got the edge, got a first down. And for the midfield stripe, and out of bounds at the 49-yard line. So the North moving on up like the Jeffersons as they trail by 2 right now and a first down.
Davenport's having him a heck of a game. They see something on that edge that they like, and they're continuing to attack it. Either they're going outside to the receiver or doing a quick pitch.
So trying to capitalize, at least get into field goal range.
Clock is stopped at 4 minutes and 16 seconds.
Motion. You can hear him barking out the signals. Geislinger got space. Inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. First down and 10. Little inside zone play and was able to slip his way by the defense and pick up about 20 on the play.
EVW. Geislinger, heck of a football player. Again, put that state championship on his shoulders. Knows how to play both offense, running and passing. Fantastic player.
Geislinger to the right side. Fires it, and Schmidt bobbled it and reeled it back in. It'll bring up second down. Talk about some of the NFL players that have played in this game. Adam Thielen, back in 2008, played for Detroit Lakes. Currently playing in the NFL with the Panthers. Shane Zylstra, New London Spicer. I think he might be. Well, I know for a while he played in Detroit. Boye Mafe of Hopkins.
Got some hard counts.
C.J. Ham played in this game for Duluth Denfeld, or Duluth Central rather. That was caught or fired out for Schmidt and dropped it. Now he's been the go-to for the North All-Stars, and that one was incomplete.
I'm going to see if...
It's 2017. I told you Trey Lance was here. He was slinging it all over the place.
Minnesota's got some great football programs. Had an opportunity this year to go to a number of different schools, and some of the facilities that are out there, Tori, are just absolutely incredible. That lets you know that the seriousness of football and the training that these guys do in the offseason was critically important for the success of their programs.
Geislinger in trouble. He's got to get rid of that one. And he ran that one out of bounds. He lost about 8 yards on the play. He's just got to know right there. You just got to throw that ball out of bounds. You get outside the pocket like that, just throw it out of bounds. Get another play.
You know, as a former quarterback coach, you got to live to see another day. So just go ahead and throw that ball out so you can go back, don't lose any yards.
Right. And it's going to bring up fourth down, and even on, you get a 4th and 19 now. I mean, even on that play, hey, maybe just chuck one down the middle of the field. It's like a punt. It gets picked off, but maybe you give your guy a 50-50 ball.
Again, special teams are going to play a major factor. We see how close this game is. See what these guys, this punt leads us to.
A good drive at any rate, and they flip the field at the very least, and watch this punt. High punt. All the way back to the 4-yard line where it's fielded and brought back to the near side. This time Holcomb's going to go nowhere. He's brought down all the way back inside his 10-yard line. Braden Staples out of Alexandria on the coverage.
Fantastic job. Again, outside linebacker, 6'1", 195 out of Alec. Great play, great special teams. Everything is about effort on special teams, Tori. You may not be a starter in this game, but you can contribute early and often. We saw that on special teams this first half. What a fantastic play. If it weren't for him, he might have been able to get around that corner.
14-12 with 2:40 to go. The South in front. Holcomb brought down. Great kick coverage that time by Staples. And now a first down play. And carrying it for the North that time. I think that was Staples that was the South number 1. That was
Sawyer Wilkie.
Yeah, Sawyer Wilkie on that carry.
Lakeville North.
This game means a lot to so many, and here's what some of them had to say about that.
Just keep getting better with the boys and eventually go kick South's butt. I mean, it's a great honor to come from such a small school, and not many people from our town get to do this, so it's just a great time to represent our town and community.
I'm just really grateful to be able to get another game. Nothing's ever guaranteed in this sport, and I'm glad I get this next game and I get to be with all these crazy good athletes.
All of these guys here, they're all special on their team, and it's important for me to be able to stand out on this stage, and that's how you separate yourself as an even better player.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and my coach is coaching, so to be able to go on the field with him one last time was pretty big.
Yeah, this is definitely an honor to find myself on a roster full of these guys who are just absolute studs. I mean, everyone's here for a big reason, and so to find myself on this list and on this roster is definitely something to be proud of.
Carter Holcomb again on the reception, this time from the wide receiver position. He had the punt return. This time he makes the reception. A nice grab that time on the pass from McAnich. And a first down as the South moving the football yet again. But you heard those guys talking about what it is like to play in a game like this and what it means.
It is. It's a huge honor to be selected. It's a huge honor to represent your community. Despite the season that some of these guys might have had, but what I love about all this stuff, and I keep going back to it, but you got 1A schools, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6A guys, and again, these are the elite of the elite. As you see here, it was a double move. That's what's going to come up too, especially when you're playing man-to-man out there on an island by yourself. You're going to see some of these double moves, especially in the second half, as receivers, offensive coordinators are beginning to feel the flow of the game. Watch out for these big plays coming up.
So we're going to have a second down and 10 with 1:06 to go. McAnich in. McAnich's the quarterback. He got this thing started. He had a big pass play to Jalen Smith for a touchdown.
You got to take at least one shot here, Tori, especially with the 1:06 left.
McAnich, McAnich had a great playoff game, only to fall short, and here he is to his left side. And there's a good play by McAnich. He'll just float it out of bounds and live to fight, like you said, another day, and third down and 10.
Clock management is critical. You got 58 seconds left here. Tight game, 12-14. Hey, it's okay to throw the ball out of bounds. You run back to the huddle, you get the next play, you bring your new personnel in, and get to it.
They lost to Chan Hansen in the section championship game, 37-36. And, of course, Chan went on to win the state championship in 5A. Mankato West, they've had such a great program there, J.J. Helgett and their crew. And you heard Mason Delzer talking about having an opportunity to play with his coach one more time, Ted Gustafson. After this timeout, we get an opportunity. Chris, you mentioned to me off air, you had a lot of coaches that were great mentors. What is that relationship like in touching on what Delzer said? He has one more opportunity to play with his head coach.
You know, again, shout out to all the communities that are out there and the coaches that do what they do and the families that support. You know, football is just a wonderful, wonderful game where you've got a whole community that has an opportunity to come out. A lot of these guys have played with each other since they were in second, third grade. Some of these kids have played, 7-on-7 with each other as well. So the chemistry that it has, growing up together, all the different athletic directors, ACT prep teachers, all the history teachers and teachers that are in the school buildings. It is a team effort to be represented here with your school and at your community. So, yeah, just because you see the players today, there are tons of people that have affected their lives for them to be here on this stage. So it's critically important. So, you got to be thankful for the coaches and for all the people and family members that are involved. Again, you see a huge crowd tonight. It's a big deal.
They go with the halfback pass, and that one was just looking for a place to land off the arm of Francis O'Malley, the Montevideo running back who tried to toss that one. He got smacked as he was about to release it, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 10 play here with 40 at the 42-yard line with 51 seconds remaining in the half.
We're going to see some trick plays, obviously, as the game moves on and that stalemate happens. They're going to need to open up some things, and some of these coaches are going to pull some of the tricks out of their hat.
McAnich rolling right, throwing for the first down, and it is going to be short. So they get 8, they needed 10, and the North will get the ball back trailing by 2 with 42 seconds remaining in the half. And I just don't understand wide receivers and why you don't run the route past the sticks.
You know, you got to have that field awareness that we talked about, Tori, and I know as a former quarterback coach, it gets you pretty upset. As a wide receiver coach, I look at the same thing. You got to get to the 6. A few more inches, and you're there. Great hands, though. You just got to make sure that you go just a little bit further.
Yeah, that's something you could teach. I mean, Jalen Smith, great elite wide receiver skill, but you have to understand where you need to get that route to in order to get that first down on 4th down and 10. And it's got to be a 12-yard route, not an 8-yard route when you need 10.
We'll credit the nerves here in the building. Sometimes the stage can be a little bit big for guys, but good pitch and catch. Just got to go just a little bit further. We're going to see if that matters, Tori, for the rest of the game here.
So the North, to see if they can get in field goal range and take the lead before the half. Rolling right, firing, caught. It's going to be close to a first down. Let's see if the clock keeps running. It will, so under 25 seconds on that reception.
I like Tanner Schmidt, just a hard-working, gritty guy out of Stillwater. 5'11", 175. Great job. He's running some great routes, good arm pump.
Long throw, Cummings, and our Cyclone, Kajan Cummings. Coleman spins away, gets that first down. They're down to 10 seconds and a timeout. So they will have time. Will they have another? I think they have one timeout remaining.
Tori, I think you just try to throw a Hail Mary here in the end zone if you can get a little bit of time off. Try to make a play. Why not? It's an all-star game, right?
13-12 is our score. South leading. They have one timeout left. So you do have the middle of the football field here in which to work with. You have 10 seconds. The average play, if I remember my old head coach Paul Miller, who did coach in this all-star game, I think back in '88, he said the average play takes 6 seconds. So if you can work something down the middle of the field, you have it available to you, and then you have a timeout, you might be able to give yourself a field goal shot if you want one before the end of the half here with the ball at the 46.
North has a huge offensive line as we see them trotting back out there. They're going trips down here at the bottom. I think these guys go vertical and try to do a jump ball, do one last play, boot the quarterback out, and see what they do.
Back to pass. Cummings going down the left side. He's got a man. It is caught at the 15. Timeout, 3 seconds left. What a reception that time by the running back. Kajan Cummings Coleman hauled it in. Well, the clock stopped. They don't use the timeout. They're going to spike it.
Tori, what do you do? Do you go for a field goal or do you try to go for the score?
So I think that you kick the field goal. You have all-star kickers here. So they are going to go for the field goal because the field goal puts you on top. And you do have all-star kickers. You might as well look at the replay. What a job getting high, pointing it over the defensive back and hauling it in.
Unbelievable play. Great offensive play. You're going back to our Becker kickers, Zach Bankston.
Yep. So here's Zach Bankston out of Becker, Minnesota for the North. This for the lead. The kick is on its way, and it is good!
Kid's a rock star, man. Absolute rock star. Plays multiple positions, straight-up gamer.
So the clock strikes at 0, and we've come to the end of the half, and it is Bankston who bangs this through and gives the North the lead 15-14 at the half. And we're going to have our coach coming up. We're going to have the North coach. Yeah, we're going to have Jack Nagan from Robbinsdale Armstrong. And he's going to be a happy camper because his guy Zach Bankston drilled a field goal at the end of the half. Hey, Coach, Torrey Holt is upstairs in the booth. I got Chris Rogers, former Viking, with us. We're enjoying the game. You got to be enjoying that kicker of yours, Zach Bankston, banging that through for the lead.
Yeah, that was big, right? That was a big play, and you don't have a whole lot of time to work on stuff and a thing like this, so the kids did an awesome job of getting up and getting that thing killed, so that was big for us.
Fantastic, Coach. Coach, congratulations. Tell me what it means to coach in a game like this. And obviously the season's over for you, but not so much over for you. How's your feeling about it?
Yeah, it's been an awesome experience, right? We had the banquet last night, and I kind of talked at that thing. It's just been an honor, right? I've been coaching 29 years, and so to be around these kids and have the opportunity to do it, right? It's super for the kids, but coaches too, right? It's a super honor for us, and so the players have been awesome, and we've enjoyed every bit of it.
You know, you only have so many offensive formations that you can use and what you can do on offense. How tough is that to get everybody on the same page during that week of practice?
Yeah, you know what? That part's not hard. They give us 10 formations. I've been coaching 29 years. I didn't know there were 10 formations. So that's not a big deal, right? 2x2, 3x1, and let's go. So, but these kids are so dang smart, right? I was worried about it, too, and we got the first day of practice, and I'm like, we installed what it takes me the whole summer in 2 days and 3 days, so these guys are awesome.
What's been most special to you, Coach, about coaching in the game?
Relationship stuff, right? The same reason I've coached for 29 years. And so I just met, I knew one coach from both North and South in this game before today, or before Tuesday, and now I've met, a bunch of new buddies, and so we'll stay in touch and then getting to meet these kids, and so it's just been an honor and a blast to do.
What do you have in store for the second half here?
We're happy with where we're at, so keep playing physical. We think we have some really tough linebackers, and we've just got to get the run game going a little bit, but we're going to have a lot of fun and see what happens.
All right, we appreciate your time.
Yep, I appreciate you.
All right,
bye-bye.
Yep, Jack Nagan, Robbinsdale Armstrong head coach, and his team is out in front right now, 15-14. A long field goal to end the half that time by Zach Banks to put him in the lead. What a nice drive they had to get into field goal range.
These guys have really calmed themselves down. We're seeing a lot of pitch and catch. Again, as Coach talked about, a lot of these guys are smart guys, wonderful student athletes, right? Again, student athletes, great academics, great athleticism. They found the balance. Football, you got to be a smart dude to be able to do it. And so, again, Coach said, man, we threw stuff at them, and they were able to eat it up. And now we're seeing an opportunity for them to flush it out on the field.
And Coach talked about the relationships and what it was like to be here, and so did some of the players. We heard from them earlier in the week.
Relationships is all about that.
It means a lot just to represent my school, St. Paul Central, the community, my coaches. It's been a while since someone from St. Paul has been represented in this game, so it means a lot.
It's an honor to play here among such great other athletes, and it's going to be a great experience to play at the bank.
It's a great honor. God has blessed me in so many different ways, and I'm so thankful that I get to play with the best in the state and play against the best in the state.
It feels great to be a state champion, and looking forward to taking down South.
It's an honor just to play against the best players in the state.
It's really cool. It's already been fun on the first day. I think this whole week's gonna be awesome.
I feel blessed. I feel it's a great opportunity to be a part of a team with all the best players.
We've waited for this for quite some time. Vikings football is back.
Hey, that's all they got gritty cam, bro. Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Everybody's so amped for this game.
This crowd and this atmosphere.
Magic in Minneapolis.
The greatest comeback.
Are you kidding me?
Let's go.
The best game I've ever seen.
I remember that.
So do I.
The senior O-line my freshman year, they kind of beat the crap out of me. And, they showed me, what football is like, and they kind of pushed me and helped me become who I am.
It's going to have to be Adam Thielen. He's from my hometown, Detroit Lakes, and he turned his dreams into reality, and that's exactly what I plan on doing as well.
Not necessarily a hero, but my high school coaches have really helped me a lot through my whole football career and recruiting process.
Probably my dad. He's coached me ever since I was in fourth grade, and he's coached me up ever since. He's taught me everything that I know about the game.
I think all my coaches from youth to high school, I think they've all just inspired me and helped me become where I am today.
Former teammate of mine, Keenan Wilson, he's up at NDSU now. He took me under his wing when I was a sophomore and made me the player and man I am today. So
I'd say Odell Beckham Jr. I liked watching his highlights before my game, and he always helped my fantasy team. So,
Joey Gerlach he plays for the Gophers. His senior year, my sophomore year, he kind of took me under his wing and just helped me become a better football player.
I gotta give a shout out to my local friend and teammate, Jim Kleinsasser. His kid plays on my team. He's been a mentor to me for a long while.
Like the older high school players, like growing up, I'd always look up to those guys and try to be like them.
I would say stories about my grandpa. I don't necessarily have a pro hero or a college hero, but my grandpa really inspired a love for the game with me.
My brother, definitely. He really is the one who has always looked after me. He's always helped me with my career, everything. He's the one who's on me in the mornings to get up for lifts. He was the one who really kind of made me the man I am today in this sport.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us today are over 50 student athletes that have been named to this year's Academic All-State team. These student athletes were selected by a panel of coaches from across the state and have performed at a high level on both the football field as well as in the classroom. Please hold your applause until all student athletes have been introduced. And we start with Class 9-man from Cromwell Wright area, Tanner Coleman. From Norman County East, Eulin Hitterdahl, Aiden Flayton. From Stephen Argyle Central, Carson Safransky. And from Spring Grove, Jackson Strinmoen. In Class 1A, from Minneota, Sawyer DeSmit. From Yellow Medicine East, Connor Fagan. From Yellow Medicine East, Andrew Flayton. From Fillmore Central, Jace Keeney. From Goodhue, Gavin Schaefer. From Tracy Milroy Ballatin, Ashton Squires. Moving to Class 2A, from Pillager, Joshua Freelove. From Norwood Young America, Trey Gratz. From Holdingford, Drew Lang. From Blue Earth area, Maxton Lodge. From Mesabi East, Ethan Murray. From Lewiston Altura, Owen Summer. And from Eden Valley Watkins, Noah Stummus. Moving now to Class 3A, from Perham, Gage Anensen. From Zumbrota, Mazeppa, Jack Boris. From Litchfield, TJ Christensen. From Fairmont, Blaze Geiger. From Stewartville, Aiden Helder. From Stewartville, Caleb Jansen. And from Two Harbors, Jake Wittes. In Class 4A, from Casson Manorville, Spencer Anderson. From Wilmer, Cullen Gregory. From Grand Rapids, Ben Harker. From St. Anthony Village, Logan Jones. From Mount Westonka, Jaron Kunkel. From Rocori, Colton Phillip. In Class 5A, from Apple Valley, Dominic Bauer. From Andover, Luke Denicky. From Minneapolis-Washburn, Pierce Doles. From Moorhead, Jake Erdman. From Owatonna, Jacob Ginsky. From Waconia, Carter Hansen. From Brainerd, Eli Holes. From Alexandria, Evan Moore. From Two Rivers, Riley Pierce. Bloomington Jefferson, Cormac Radford. And from Chanhassen, Tyler Smith. Now from Class 6A, from St. Michael Albertville, Will Barthel. From Anoka, Evan Freaking. From Rosemount, Ty Hansen. From Champlain Park, Matthew Heinen. From Egan, Jack Kruger. From Lakeville South, Nicholas Kulig. From Forest Lake, Logan McGeary. From Shakopee, Connor McGee. From Lakeville North, Antonio Menard. From Eastview, Grayson Osberg. From Eden Prairie, Will Sather. And from Minnetonka, Zach Steingus. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for the 2023 Minnesota Football Academic All-State Team.
The Academic All-State Team. Torrey Holt, Chris Rogers upstairs in the booth with you. I saw a frecking down there. Anoka High School. We'll get back to that in a moment. Here's your highlights from that first half. Well, that opening fumble, the North jumped on top, and they jumped on top early. They scored on a touchdown pass to get things started. That got them out in front. That was Osterbauer. And then the touchdown run, the quarterback keeper by Dalen Cummings, and they got out to, what, a 12-0 lead? But then the long pass by to Jalen Smith. So Jalen Smith caught the touchdown pass, and then the punt return by Carter Holcomb, and Rochester Mayo's Carter Holcomb put them in the lead 14-12, and then a long field goal ended the half for the North, and that's where we sit right now at 15-14. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll have an interview with the South head coach, Nick David, when we return.
We've waited for this for quite some time. Vikings football is back.
Hey, that's how they got gritty cam, bro. Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Everybody's so amped for this game.
This crowd and this atmosphere.
Magic in Minneapolis.
The greatest comeback. Are you kidding me? Let's go.
The best game I've ever seen.
I remember that.
So do I.
Back inside U.S. Bank Stadium, the North on top of the South, 15-14 has been a good game. Torrey Holt upstairs in the booth with Chris Rogers. Downstairs is our South All-Stars head coach, Nick David from Mount Westonka. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
How has this event been for you?
One of the funnest weeks I've ever had. Just great kids. Anytime you put the best with the best together, it's just going to, create for a great atmosphere, great environment. So it's been a blast.
Coach, when you looked at practice, what is something that's really jumped out to you in terms of the guys and some of the all-stars that you have?
Well, when I came into it, we said, gosh, we got 3 days, 6 practices. How are we going to be able to get anything in? And then after about a day and a half, we're like, geez, all right, everything's installed. These kids just pick things up so fast, and they're just constantly wanting to learn and asking questions, and so it was just so fun how fast and quickly things got installed and put in.
How has coaching changed for you over the years that you've been involved in it?
Football just keeps getting better. Like in Minnesota, like coaching and athletes just keep getting better and better every year. And so I've just found year to year that there's the opponents and the separation between, top and bottom has just gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. And it's just every week you got battles, and it's a lot of fun.
As you look at this second half, Coach, what are some of the things that adjustments that you guys have made as you come in and conclude the game?
Well, we got to be better on first down. We're giving up too much on first down. Need to play a little tighter in the secondary from kind of some of the hitches and RPO stuff we're giving up. And we got to tackle better. We don't put that first ball on the ground right away there. This could be a totally different score right now, but we're excited for the second half and what we're going to be able to do.
I'll let you get going, Coach. Appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Yep. Second half coming up, 15-14 is our score. I wanted to mention the Academic All-State. One of the players out there, Evan Frecking, was out there from Anoka. I had to mention it because his sister, who played in the Little League World Series, plays for me in the summer on our Midwest Speed National Club fast pitch team, and she just took a full ride to St. Thomas.
Unbelievable. If you guys don't know at home, Tori is a fantastic softball coach, does some amazing things, puts tons of girls in college, so shout out to you, Tori. And shout out to those academic all-state football players. They don't get enough credit of the balance that it takes to be in the classroom, doing fantastic things academically within the community, and then going to football practice week in, week out, day after day, and really finding that balance, Tori.
Well, thanks for the good shout-out. And we're about ready to start. Yeah, we had our whole academic all-state football team down on the field, and the Minnesota Football Coaches Association recognizes them not only for their outstanding play on the field, but for the academics in the classroom as well.
So important. So important.
So the North gets it. They're leading 15-14 on the Davenport field goal at the end of the half.
Harrison Brunn, outside linebacker from Rockford, with the return.
So it'll be first down. And the North with the football. They get it back. And it'll be led, I think, by Geislinger. He will, out of Eden Valley Watkins, he'll take the offense out. It was a 32-yard field goal by Zach Bankston, who put this team in front 15-14. He banged that one through. And it was really never in doubt.
Not at all. Again, fantastic.
Great drive.
Great drive. Again, special teams playing a major factor. Let's see what Geislinger does.
John Cummings-Clemens has been fantastic in this football game. Mentioned that he is headed to Iowa State to play for the Cyclones. That spin move has been deadly. Out of Coon Rapids High School, he had 668 yards as a receiver. He had 207 yards rushing. He had 12 touchdowns this year for a 2-7 football team.
Talk about being explosive, right?
Right.
The record may not say a whole lot, but
Schmidt caught first down.
Fantastic play. Again, we talked about the slants. Guys cleared everything out. Beautiful catch. Again, we talked about this explosive receiver from Stillwater getting it done.
Tanner Schmidt, 8-3 season. As I mentioned, 847 yards coming in. He had 7 catches for 130 and a touchdown, and 3 catches for 48 and a touchdown. Both of those games against Edina this year. So against the team that was the state runner-up. Look at this. Geislinger, he's got space across the 40. Got speed inside the 25 all the way down to the 19-yard line. It's going to be a first down and 10.
Eden Valley Watkins, again, state champion, puts the team on his back, uses his legs. Fantastic football player. Doesn't matter what level you are. Can you play football? And this kid can.
So first down and 10. Good opening drive here for the North, as they lead by 1 right now over the South. Now, we haven't had too many competitive games between the North and South the last couple of years, so these rosters built pretty comparatively and stacked up on that carry that time. I think that was Demario Davenport, rushed for 702 yards.
Great running back out of Andover, shifty, quick running back.
He rushed for 1,100 yards. He caught 39 catches this year for 702, so nearly 2,000 yards of total offense.
Getting a lot of explosive athletes on the field here today.
Second down and a long 10 yards to go. Pump fake, double move for the end zone. Schmidt goes up, he got a touchdown!
Troy, we talked about those double moves, and here they are. Take a look at this route. Geislinger, absolutely beautiful ball. Put it up there for his receiver, and he knocks all the players down. These celebrations are what it's all about. These guys are creating memories.
Pump fake, goes up high, but a great job by Schmidt. Got position on the corner, and then just high pointed the football.
Unbelievable job. Receiver just a little bit better athlete than the corner. I really like how Geislinger led it up there, let his receiver jump up and get it, use that great vertical jump. Again, Tori, talk about these explosive athletes.
And kick is good as it's knocked through by Bankston. And we have a 22-14 score.
Got away with a little bit of a push, but the jockeying for position was fair. And then take a look at the celebration.
Boys having fun here. Look at the official there. Hurry it on up, boys. Get this thing moving along. Come on. Let the kids have some fun.
The boys will fall.
Yeah.
Boys will fall.
They got to have some fun here at the stadium. U.S. Bank Stadium, Minnesota Vikings hosting the event for the Minnesota Football Coaches Association. Big thank you, of course, to Joe Rush, Tom West of the Vikings, Brett Tabor, Skip Kruger, Fox9.com, and the Minnesota Football Coaches Association and their president, Dave Fritzy.
Great team effort by all of that are involved to make just a wonderful experience for these guys and their communities that they're representing.
Yeah. 22-14 is our score. We are just underway in the third quarter. South will get the football back. And Bankston will drive it down to the 5-yard line and the return. Here comes Holcomb. Good spin move. And I think the ball came out. And the North got it back. And let's see. Look who's in the middle of it again.
I tell you what, man. Mason Carrier out of Detroit Lakes. He is constantly around the ball. He just got a nose for the football, and that's 6'3", 225.
Are they saying no again?
Oh, man.
Let's see. Let's see.
Spin.
Let's watch. Holcomb spins, and he's down.
He's down.
Yep, he's down.
All right, he's down.
So he's in the middle of it as Carrier again, but
just has a nose for the football.
Oh, I think they gave him the football. Look at this. So the North does get the football. There's no replay here, so
no. What a break for Team North.
(22-14), 9:34 to go, and so now I mean, it could be a makeup call from before because we know the South fumbled before and they didn't get the ball. Here they go again. There's a man open in the end zone, firing. It is caught. Touchdown on the deflection.
What? Oh, my gosh.
Keshawn Cummings-Coleman.
Unbelievable.
I can't wait to watch that again. Luke Deneke, the pass was intended for, and it deflected, I believe, to Cummings-Coleman.
Absolutely. Dalen makes another huge play from Centennial. What a fantastic play.
I got to see this replay. Look at this. Dalen Cummings rolling to his left. He fires and bounces right into the hands of Cummings-Coleman.
Unbelievable.
For the touchdown. And the kick, this one is good. So it is stretched out now to a 29-14 lead as Bankston bangs it through.
Tori, we talked about that, how eventually in the second half things are really going to begin to open up as guys began to relax. I think it's safe to say North did. Take a look at this. He rolls to his left, sidearms it like Patrick Mahomes. Receiver almost misses it. Boom. And it lands in Keyshawn's hands. Unreal. And then there's the alley-oop.
Well, I could never get it up to that goalpost.
You don't have the ups to do that? All right. We're about the same size, man.
Yeah.
Well,
we're a different kind of athlete. 15-point lead, so now the South is going to get it back. So I think justice was served from the earlier when the North knew that they had recovered a fumble and they didn't get it. Well, this time they got it. So
they did get it. Mason Carrier all around the ball. He's made some great plays today. Let's see how the South roster responds. Doubled the score pretty quick. They need a big-time return here, Tori, to shift the momentum. You can feel the energy.
So Connor Holcomb wants to atone for the mistake, which wasn't really a mistake because it really wasn't a fumble. But here he comes, and Holcomb's all the way out to the 30-yard line. Nice return from Carter Holcomb. So 1st down and 10 for the South All-Stars. They haven't had the ball in the half yet, and they've given up 14 points.
I'm telling you, at this stage in the game, you've got to mentally be tough. This is where the school pride and community pride comes into play. Can't worry about the score, just worry about the next play.
Aiden Helder fires that ball deflected in the air, and it was almost intercepted. Almost.
Again, a North roster is feeling that momentum now. You can feel the energy on the sideline, Tori. That South roster has to get it together. Just stay focused, be relaxed. There's plenty of football to be played. Again, your next play has to be your best play. Let's see what these guys got.
29-14 is our score. Aiden Helder. Now, this guy can sling it. Handoff right side. Sawyer Wilkie on the carry. Wilkie went for 24 carries and 189 yards against Farmington. He had 8 100-plus yard games this last season for Lakeville North.
Lakeville North, absolute powerhouse. Again, fantastic football program. Sawyer had a great season. Let's see if he can continue toting the rock, see if they continue feeding him down the stretch here.
All right, big 3rd down play coming up. 3rd down and 7 from the 33-yard line. 2-by-2 formation. Helder back to pass. Looks, fires. Going deep for Holcomb, and that one had no chance, out of play. And it'll bring up 4th down and a punting situation for the South. They really needed to come up with a couple 1st downs and try to flip the field here. Holcomb, he's a good player. Good player.
Good player. However,
didn't have a chance at that one.
That defensive line from North All-Stars just putting too much pressure on the offensive line. He had no choice but try to put it up in the air. Defensive back on the back end did a fantastic job. Looked like it was a bit of a mix-up in the backfield there, but the ball was thrown out of bounds.
Low kick that's going to be fielded back at the 27-yard line. A lot of room to roam out across midfield and all the way back to the 43-yard line. Great return by Mages.
Another great defensive back, standing 6'3", 195. Tori, I love long defensive backs, man. There's nothing like it. And again, they make the field very, very short when you have that type of height, length, and speed.
Osakis, Minnesota, beautiful part of the state. Out west, Lake Osakis. Great fishing area. 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Running the draw. A lot of room to run. And a big run by Nolan Geislinger of Eden Valley Watkins. It feels like he was just out on the field, but that was only because it took 2 plays for Dalen Cummings to throw another touchdown pass.
Absolute playmaker. You can call him a gunslinger. Is it gunslinger or guy slinger? I mean, the guy is absolutely fantastic. He knows what to do when the ball is in his hands. He's an absolute playmaker.
So the North trying to put this one on ice early in the 3rd quarter. Geislinger, handoff inside, and they're going to let the fullback carry it this time. That was Andy Becker out of Kimball. 6-3 this year, losing to Holdenford in the playoffs.
5'10", 210 pounds. Tori, as you start getting down the stretch here, especially as at the linebacker position, that's a big running back coming downhill. They're going to start burning this clock out as they extend their lead here, 35-14.
The most valuable player awards, just so you know, that have ever been given out were to Apple Valley and Egan players, both 5 each.
You're not just saying that because you played at Apple Valley.
Well, I am, but I didn't play in this football game, I'll tell you that much.
Got a flag on the play.
We haven't had too many flags.
Yeah, they let the boys play.
You know, 8 All-Stars from this game. We'll get the call here in just a second.
Unsportsmanlike foul. Number 98 of the defense.
Oh.
Half the distance with the first down. That is his first unsportsmanlike against 2 for disqualification.
Tori talked about it being a little chippy out there. Now we got a personal foul.
Here we go. Handoff inside. Davenport cuts his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Demario Davenport. He had 23 touchdowns during the season. His 24th. He's going to get carried out of the end zone.
Another great touchdown celebration. Good, hard run. Again, we saw that momentum shift, and it's continuing to slip away from the South All-Stars.
Great celebration. And I think they got the score wrong on the scoreboard inside the stadium. It is 35-14 with the extra point to come here. And the kick. And he's feeling it now. So Zach Bankston, ever since he hit that 32-yard field goal at the buzzer at the half, he's been banging them through, and it's 36-14 now, the North in front.
One thing about high school football, it is a momentum shifter, and we have felt the energy swing its momentum from one team to the other. That offensive defensive line are beginning to wear down. Tori, we also talk about some of these guys haven't played in a few weeks.
Right.
So they're going to be a little tired. They're going to be, the stamina's going to play a major factor. What that South team needs to have is a major play on special teams here. Get that offensive going. They're not out of it. They just have to continue to play good football. They've got those athletes on the other side that we know about. Let's see if they can go out there and execute right now.
So the South will get it back. They're trailing now, giving up 3 touchdowns so far in this third quarter. And there's still 7:02 remaining in the third quarter.
A lot of time left. I'm looking for a lot of these guys to respond. We've got a lot of state champions, all conference guys going to college. This is the time where you dig in and ante up.
Holcomb will be back to receive this kick. It is going to be fielded by Holcomb at the 3-yard line. Out across the 20, got a seam, then he ran into his own man out at the 27. So this means a lot to these players, and here's what some of them had to say about this big game today.
It means a lot just to represent my school, St. Paul Central, the community, my coaches. It's been a while since someone from St. Paul has been represented in this game, so it means a lot.
It's an honor to play here among such
such great other athletes, and it's going to be a great experience to play at the bank.
It's a great honor. God has blessed me in so many different ways, and I'm so thankful that I get to play with the best in the state and play against the best in the state.
You know, it feels great to be a state champion, and looking forward to taking down South.
It's an honor just to play against the best players in the state.
It's really cool. It's already been fun on the first day. I think this whole week's gonna be awesome.
I feel blessed. I feel it's a great opportunity to be a part of a team with all the best players.
Chris?
Tori, these guys are going empty now. As you can see, they're going 5 wide receivers to try to get some new momentum, new energy. I think they can do it. They've got a lot of playmakers down there. So it's just a matter of them going out and executing. I see some big things here. Let's see what they got.
We got first down and 10 with 6:46 to go in the third. 3 consecutive North touchdowns. Back to pass, going deep. Here's Holcomb, caught, and he stays in bounds at the 29-yard line. Big completion there.
Huge completion. Again, all these guys got to do is just sit back and relax. You got a ton of weapons all over the field to make plays. It's just a matter of being methodical, trust the process, trust each other. Even though you may not know each other, you know how to play football and you know the game.
Oh, what a nice play by Makinich.
2 feet. Beautiful job. Beautiful job.
I even gave him an extra couple yards here, maybe for just because the catch was beautiful. Down to the 26 is where they'll spot it. 5 wide now for Makinich. Looks to throw. Now he's going to run it, and he ran out of room in a hurry, and he got smacked.
Looked like it was a design run.
Yeah.
Everybody decided to run everybody off, try to get that quarterback isolated on some of these linebackers. I think they're going to go right back to it, try to spread these guys out, get some one-on-one matchups, especially some of these safeties with the quick Hart and Woods at the running back position.
Chaplain Park's linebacker, Matthew Heinen, 6'1", 210-pounder, was the one who came up and made that stop. There he is, Bart Makinich, quarterback from Mankato West, had a fantastic season, did Makinich. 57% completion percentage, 1,470 yards, and he's leading the South offense right now. Down to the 22-yard line. It's going to bring up a big third down play for the South, and they need to score on this drive.
It's critically important they get some points on the board, Tori. They can swing that momentum. Again, it's about mental toughness. Go out there and execute, but you got to make sure that we get some points on the board to feel good about ourselves and get our defense out on the field and get another stop.
24 straight points they've given up after taking a 14-12 lead. They trailed at 12-0. Makinich to throw. Got the first down. Holcomb, well, he had the first down. And, they're going to spot it short. So he had the first down and then came back to try to create more space, and he gave up the first down. So about the only mistake that he's made today.
Good catch.
Look, and he had it.
He turned. Just trying to make a play.
Yep. So here we go. 4th down. Makinich. He got it anyways. First down to the 10-yard line.
Why not put it into your playmaker's hands?
Yep.
Beautiful spin. Continue to drive those legs. Got upfield. Got the first down. Keeps the drive going. First down.
So first down and goal to go from the 10-yard line.
They can smell the end zone, Tori.
They'll go right side now, down to the 5 as the pile will fall down at the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal. They cannot get a first down, have to score.
Have to score here. Got to get some points on the board. Let's see how the offensive coordinator gets creative here. Ball's on the 6-yard line. 2nd down. See what these guys got.
Big play coming up. South needs to score here. They trail it 36-14. Down by 22 points. They led by 2, and then the North went on a barrage. They've scored 24 straight. That one is intercepted. picked off in the end zone. Makinich just hung it up a little bit, and coming up with the big interception, it's Kyle Mages.
Tori, I talked about the long length of defensive back. 6'3", 195. Tried to do a little bit of a pop pass. Didn't happen. Beautiful drop. Got up. Highest peak. Excellent, excellent job. Bodied him up. Rebound. Outstanding job.
That pass was intended for Abasiri from Prior Lake, the big 6'5", 270-pounder in the middle. So they put him as an eligible receiver, and we're trying to hit him in the end zone.
Trying to sneak him in at 6'5", 265, getting recruited by all sorts of schools, University of Minnesota being one of the top ones. Out there, Prior Lake coach Matt Guggenheimer. But the defensive back had a fantastic play. Momentum shifts again, Tori.
Davenport on the first down carry, didn't get anything. Into the football game again is Dalen Cummings from Centennial High School, state champions in Class 6A. Here's a snap. He'll take it himself. They'll run that same play they've been running with Geislinger that's been working so well. This time he'll get 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Why not put the ball in these quarterbacks' hands? They're used to it. They've had fantastic football seasons, strong, tough guys. Leadership is there. Why not get behind that offensive line, begin to pound that football, and milk this clock to get out of here with a victory?
Third down and 2. They'll run it again. Got space. Got a first down. Look out. All the way out to the 48-yard line. Nice run by Dalen Cummings.
Again, you've got variety of different quarterbacks that have been playing in the state playoff and state championship games. You give them to your playmakers that are used to making plays. Why wouldn't you, Tori? Again, you run behind that big offensive tackle there, get upfield, and let your playmaker do all the talking with his feet.
Got his towel, but didn't get him. Now Cummings. They call the offense from the sideline. Changing the play. Cummings back to pass. He's got room. He's going to take off and run. So another draw play and another 5 yards. So 3 consecutive runs by Cummings.
Offense went 3 by 1. Receivers are trying to run those DBs off to create some lanes and space for the quarterback to be able to run upfield. A lot of these quarterback Tories are no different than a second running back. They're big, strong, fast kids that can do damage to you.
Torrey Holt, Chris Rogers here at U.S. Bank Stadium. Minnesota Football Coaches Association High School All-Star Game brought to you by Anderson Windows and Doors. Handoff up the middle, big carry here, and rumbling his way down to the 30-yard line goes Mason Delzer.
Beautiful, beautiful job of the sidestep. 2 good ones, good short area quickness. Great run by the 6'1", 200-pound quarterback out of New London, Spicer. Look at this cut. Boop, boop, then explodes through the hole. Excellent job.
So we've seen some guys go from this game to the NFL. I mean, you look at in the Pro Bowl in 2011, C.J. Ham played in this game. He ended up in the Pro Bowl. Adam Thielen in 2008 played in this game, ended up in the Pro Bowl. Here's a carry by Cummings again, and he'll be brought down. It'll be a second down in short. Marion Barber, the third, played at Wayzata, ended up with the Dallas Cowboys. Chip Lowmiller, the kicker from Woodbury. I mean, you go all the way back to Milt Sunday, who played for the Vikings way back in the day. I mean, these guys went from this game to the NFL, and they became Pro Bowlers at the highest level. When you got to the NFL, when you were back in high school, did you have any idea that you played in the NFL someday?
You know, just like every single kid, we talked about this last week during Thanksgiving with you have the turkey bowl in the backyard with your brothers and your cousins and all those guys, right? And so at the end of the day, it's a dream come true. And so I think the hard work and determination that happens with these guys, Tori, a lot of things have to go right? Right. You have to have a good football program. you have to have a good strength and conditioning program. You've got to be a great student, right, of the game as well as in the classroom. Above all, you got to have great characters. And that's what the NFL is looking for, right? They're looking for great guys to do great things. And so, again, this is these guys' dream come true. This is their first step of playing in the all-star game, going to college, becoming a freshman all over next year. The recruiting process that you and I talk about. So it's a big deal. But, again, it's all about these guys and how disciplined they are as they get ready to go to the next level, whether it's college or...
Owen Kemper on the fumble recovery. South takes over. When we come back, we'll start the fourth quarter. The North in front right now, 36-14.
We've waited for this for quite some time. Vikings football is back.
Hey, that's all they got gritty cam, bro. Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Everybody's so amped for this game.
This crowd and this atmosphere.
Magic in Minneapolis.
The greatest comeback. Are you kidding me? Let's go.
The best game I've ever seen.
I remember that.
So do I.
Hey, that's all they got gritty cam, bro. Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Magic in Minneapolis.
And back at U.S. Bank Stadium, so a turnover. Your guy from Edina, Owen Kemper, recovers a fumble. At the end of that, we can see it right here. Check it out, Cummings. Same thing here. He runs that same inside zone play, keeps the football. But somewhere that ball came out. Cummings is saying, hey, I was down, but Kemper jumped on it, and the officials' ball goes back to the South.
Hopefully this gives these guys some momentum here as we go into the fourth quarter. And it's a mentality. Don't be focused on the score. Enjoy the moments. Enjoy the time that you have with each other. But just take it step by step, play by play.
Before you know it, you'll be 44 years old calling one of these games, not playing in it.
30 pounds overweight as well. So let's not forget that piece. Let's not forget that piece.
36-14, start of the fourth quarter. Can the South get back in it? Is the South going to rise? We'll see. Handoff, left side. Here's Hart. And he'll get about 4 on the carry.
Good, tough run.
Savion Hart. Tell you what, for the South, they have a couple of pretty dynamic backs, Savion Hart and
Woods.
Woods and Maxwell Woods, and they haven't really got them the football as much as I'd like to have seen in this game.
Absolutely. I would actually put both these guys on the field at the same time, move them around a little bit, kind of Reggie Bush. But they're doing a fantastic job. Savion is hungry to play. Good run there.
Not a lot of holes up front for Savion either. He's been getting the ball and getting hit almost immediately. Aiden Helder back in at quarterback.
What we're talking about, Tori, here is defensive line speed. These aren't just your regular high school guys. These guys are going to college. So a lot of these guys are going to college to get the opportunity to play at the next level. So it's very, very fast. The holes look like they're there, but they're closing relatively quickly. And especially these defensive ends that are screaming down line, and these D tackles that are very, very wide.
Back to pass. Helder. He's going deep. Left side. Got a man incomplete. It's over his head. It was intended that time for Holcomb. That's been his go-to.
Great coverage by Kyle Nagy's again from Osaka. 6'3", 195. Didn't panic. Sitting back there at the safety. Beautiful job. Nice and relaxed. Good work.
Quarterbacks are hard to come by, I'll tell you what. At college, we were talking about this before. I mean, Golden Gophers having a hard time finding a quarterback. Iowa Hawkeyes, they haven't had a quarterback since Chuck Long in 1986. Wisconsin is trying to find a guy. Yeah. Nebraska's trying to find a guy. You get these northern schools in the Big Ten, real big-time football programs, and they can't get that quarterback position settled.
It's a very, very challenging position, and it starts early on. I'm a firm believer that quarterbacks are born. You know, you can teach them things, but you're born in terms of leadership, the intangibles of connecting people. It's tough. It's a tough position, and, you know, oftentimes coaches want to win right now. So either you got it or you don't, and we see it at every level. The NFL level, we see it at the college level, lots and lots of turnover in terms of quarterback play. But, again, sometimes you just got to let kids play, settle down, and let them flush everything out. Again, similar to the game that we're watching here today. You can't panic. You got to go play by play.
So the North with the ball back here. First down at the 24-yard line. Reverse, and it's going to be a reverse pass into the end zone. Incomplete.
Ooh, that was close. Great
Tanner
job.
Schmidt trying to reel it in from Geislinger on the reverse pass, and it's incomplete. Levi Pooley was there in coverage.
We've called Pooley's name quite a bit today. Fantastic DB out of Fairmount, 5'10", 185 on the double pass. Look at that patience. Went through his arms. I know you don't like it, but I like how he locked him up. Outstanding play. He didn't panic, went through the arms, broke up the pass.
Geislinger, pitch. Davenport got the corner, cuts it back, and he spun out of bounds at the 18-yard line, so third down. So South trailing 36-14. They turn the ball over. North gets it back, trying to punch it in. There's 10 minutes and the clock running here in this fourth quarter. And here he comes in on offense. Look at this carrier into the football game on offense.
Uh-oh.
That is throwback. You look at the neck roll, the jersey, the number 46. Who wears the number 46? Nobody wears the number 46.
He's going to let his play speak for himself. Got a little option.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that Mike Rozier?
I mean, he's a tough
just
dude.
Floating through there down to the 10-yard line.
Absolutely. Just a great football player. Again, when you're that size, you can do just about anything, whether it's playing tight end, fullback, outside linebacker, defensive end. He's just a great football player. Great cut. He sees the vision. He's fighting through. Look at that. Gets the extra 4 or 5 yards. Just a tough kid. And my favorite, he's got on some Air Jordans.
Yeah, that's a throwback. I mean, he looks like Jason Miller from Monoman back in the early 90s running the football.
And they're going to continue feeding him. I would let him take this whole thing down to the wire here.
Handoff on the inside. Handoff going to Mason Carrier, and he pounds one down inside the 10-yard line. It's a 2nd and 7. They can get a first down here. Clock continuing to run down now, and they're trying to take time off the clock. The North leading in this football game. They led early. It was 12-0 North, but the South took the lead. They hit a 2-point conversion. We're up 14-12, and it's been all North since. Fires. Caught.
Wow.
Touchdown. Yet again, it's Tanner Schmidt, and they're saying he's down at the 1.
Okay.
Are they? Schmidt arguing. He's saying it's a touchdown. And what do we got for a call here? They're saying incomplete?
I think they're saying incomplete.
Come on. It's a catch. It's a touchdown.
He caught that.
Come on. No replay here. And poor Tanner Schmidt, he's like, hey, guy, that's a touchdown.
Having a fantastic day.
He's still talking. And they're going to run it.
Oh, here we go.
Fake it.
Boom.
Throw another touchdown. And it goes the other direction. They faked the run. They went back, and this one's Luke Deneke of Andover. He's into the end zone. That one will count, and it's 42-14. And everybody's going to do the Mamba.
You know, the big thing, too, Tori, now we're talking about stamina here. You're starting to see guys get tired. You're starting to see guys get a little frustrated. You got to play the game. Got to play the game. You got to stay focused. You got to stay in it. Got to keep fighting.
That was good play. Faked a run to the right. Everybody went with them, brought them back across the green. You can't cover that in an all-star game.
Can't cover it in an all-star game. Great play call. And, again, kudos to the coaching staff to be able to make a play like that. Outstanding job.
About the only thing that's gone wrong for the North is that. The extra point from Davenport, who's been fantastic today, Bankston knocks one off the goal post.
Take a look at this play here. Feeds it, throws the ball up. Corner knew it too. He's sitting there saying, man, he snuck out on the backfield with me.
Davenport did a really good job on the fake too. Running back from Andover did a great job on that fake.
Tori, and we got to shout out the offensive lineman for the team North. They've just done an outstanding job today, continuing to fight through, continuing to give the quarterback time. And again, we talked about how challenging it is just to be able to kind of gel together. They did that in just 6 short practices.
Yeah, Foley from St. Agnes, Swetberg to Tino Grace, Yeager, Minneapolis North, Manny Wilson from Wayzata, Riley Peters from Pequot Lakes, Emerson Mandel from Irondale, Sarah Rushor from Alexandria, Joe Dewar from St. Michael, Albertville, Mitchell Wynn from Brainerd, and Josh Dungeon from Dilworth, Glendon, Felton.
You got to give the kudos to the guys up front that are constantly in the trenches battling, right? That's probably the most unheralded position on the football field, is getting in those trenches with those offensive linemen. Very often they are the closest knit group on the team. Great job today in this all-star game, protecting the quarterback, making big plays for those guys on the skill positions to run the ball as well as to catch.
Ball out to the 18-yard line. 42-14 is our score. 8:25 remaining in this game. Stay tuned for our post-game presentation. They will give out MVPs on the north and south side, both for offense and defense. And I believe we'll get an opportunity to speak to those All-Stars post-game.
Been a number
of
MVPs. Yeah, been a number of great plays and great players that we had here today, offense and defensively. Been a fantastic experience for these kiddos. Great job to both teams.
So we're going to whistle here. Now what do we got?
Might be a delay of game here.
Was there too many men on the field?
Dead ball. Delay of game on the south.
Okay.
5-yard penalty. First down.
And so the things not going well for the South right now. Their quarterback, Bart Makinich, trying to get this offensive play calling. Did they call timeout here, or Makinich is over quickly to the sideline? Now he's back. He's a well put together quarterback. He can throw it around pretty good, and he's been targeting his guy number 11 from Rochester Mayo. Carter Holcomb's had a big day. Jalen Smith had a nice touchdown catch. And now pressure coming, and he is stuffed back at the 10, and he got smoked.
I tell you, this North roster, these defensive linemen are getting after it. They've got some fresh guys that are continuing to rotate in there. Again, Purple is really having a challenging time. Again, we talk about the fatigue, we talk about the stamina, but these guys are screaming downhill. Fantastic job, making a great tackle. Kudos to those guys on that defensive line.
Grady Minerath was the one who came in, got the sack. Evan Hatton, the linebacker from Moundsview, was the one who put the initial pressure on up through the middle. Second down at 23 now for Makinich.
Got a lot of movement on that line.
Rolling to his left. He wants to throw it, ran out of room, and then brought down. Nobody was open.
Looks like Mark Rendell, linebacker, 6'3", from Forest Lake, 225 pounds. Did a fantastic open field tackle. Used the sideline to his advantage for a good angle. Chopped him down.
Ball be back at the 12-yard line. We're going to have a third down and 21. Clock running. Under 7 minutes to play. We're on fox9.com. It is 42-14. The North is out in front of the South. The trip's down to the bottom of your screen here.
Defensive backs playing the sticks.
Firing, got a man. It's going to be close. It's caught up towards the first down marker. Novak was able to hang on to it. It's his first catch of the day. But it's going to be just shy. It'll bring up 4th and 2. Henry Novak out of New Prague, Minnesota. 6'4", 210-pounder running the seam route. And it was able to hang on to it.
Getting some fresh bodies in and out of here. Getting some new groups of receivers. Get some fresh legs. Get some fresh energy.
Bart McAnich with that throw. He threw for 270 yards and 4 touchdowns versus Chaska. That was his game high this season. McAnich in trouble again. He's brought down to the backfield. Another sack. It was 52 Evan Hatton coming through. This time he didn't miss. This time he gets the sack and the turnover on downs. And the North will get it back with 6 minutes even left in the football game.
Again, these defensive line are just turning it up. Evan Hatton, outside linebacker. Mounds View did a fantastic job. They're continuing to push the pressure. Outstanding work.
North gets it back. First down at just inside the 25-yard line at the Hatton with the sack. Handoff in the backfield. In at quarterback right now is Dalen Cummings. He'll hand that one off to Andy Becker. Becker was stacked up.
It just looked like they're going to start running this thing out. Andy did a great job there. 5'10", 210 pounds from Kimball area. Just continue to push that ball down the field. Burn this clock out.
Mr. Football is going to be announced. We had a few of them in the football game today. Savion Hart, one of the top 10 finalists. Aiden Helder. Antonio Menard. Pass caught and run out of bounds, and the clock will continue to run. Maxwell Woods, Will Stile, Francis O'Malley. All in this football game here today. They're all top 10 finalists. Wyatt Gilmore, Luke Dingman, Tanner Zolnowski. Not all of them are in the game, but those guys will find out who's going to be Mr. Football. And, of course, if you look back through the history, there's been some great ones that have won that award. Of course, J.D. Spielman might know that name. Rick Spielman, the former GM of the Vikings, his son. We got another touchdown.
Oh, man.
And that was a nice carry by Becker. He just kept, as Hank Stram said, matriculating that ball down the field and into the end zone.
You got to keep feeding the beast, right? You keep feeding the beast. He did a fantastic job. Again, kudos to the offensive line. This is that time in that fourth quarter where you got to run the clock out. You get your big back, you go downhill, you get your big uglies with the offensive linemen, and you just pound that defensive line and you push them out the way. Great play, great job. Way to finish.
So congratulations to Andy Becker from Kimball, who takes one into the end zone. And this time they're going to go for 2, and that play was doomed from the start.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
They were looking for a 50-burger, and the South said nope.
Not today.
Yep, 48-14 is their score, 4:51 to go. And you'd think we'd be into running time here at some point.
At some point, as you can see, man, I tell you what a fantastic run by Becker, using those feet and look those offensive linemen there. I mean, look at 72. These guys are absolutely fantastic. They're going to continue to run this clock out. 58. Kudos to this offensive line. Again, those guys a lot of times don't get a ton of credit, Torrey. Most of it's the cute guys, right? Quarterbacks, receivers, running backs. But we often forget how important that offensive defensive line is. That North roster really has done a fantastic job today and really pushing the envelope.
48-14, South getting the football back. Fans having a lot of fun today. They like their guy from Moundsville. His buddies coming out to support him here today.
It's a huge piece of our last high school game of the season. So this is a big deal, obviously, for the communities, the state itself. Again, the Vikes, the Coaches Association, just a fantastic day and celebration here as we go into December and get closer to the holiday season.
Thanked our people from the Vikings and the Minnesota Football Coaches Association. Big thanks to CTN here, who was putting this on. Neil Hennon, our director, our guys in the truck, Mike Burlingame, and of course our producer today, Andy Price. We appreciate all that they do to put this football game on. Andy Price got a big shout out today as the Twins announced that their new TV play-by-play to take over for Dick Bramer will be Corey Provis, and Corey thanked Andy for giving him an opportunity when Andy was with the Minnesota Twins. So Andy's done a lot for Minnesota high school sports as far as covering it over the last 10 years with School Space Media Prep Spotlight.tv and their partnership with the Minnesota State High School League. And Andy's done a wonderful job over the years helping give people in their homes an opportunity to watch these young athletes. And you know, when grandma's living down in Florida, she wants to see her grandson and granddaughters play their sports, and they get that opportunity because of all the streaming options that the high school league has been able to have, and Andy Price has been at the forefront of that.
Thank you, Andy, again, for all that you do. And again, it's connecting people, right? That's what this is ultimately about. And how crazy technology is that now you can be in somewhere like Florida, stream it online via your phone or one of your electronic devices, and you don't even have to fly up here. You just get an opportunity to watch it at home from the convenience of your own home. You talked a little bit about Woods just a second ago, trying to get him the ball, right? And man, they're trying to get some yards in chunks, and had a great play there.
Nice play here by O'Malley, cutting it around. Was he looking to pitch that all the way out to midfield?
They're looking for a play, but man, another big guy, 6'3", 210-pound linebacker and running back.
Man, they used to pitch that football all the time back in the 70s. You watch those Vikings highlights, it was always Alan Page would pick it up, and he'd be flipping that thing back to Matt Blair, and they'd be running that football all over the place. They don't quite do that as much anymore.
We talked about it. We talked about kind of the safety of the game that's really changed, especially with concussion protocols. Now it's gotten to a very finesse game where you're going 3-4 wides, even empty sets. The days of just kind of pounding the football, right? The black and blue conference is over. Now it's about safety. Now it's about making sure the health of the players are at the forefront.
Clock running. We're coming up on 3 minutes remaining in this one. South trying to get in the end zone one more time. They trail at 48-14. Back to pass. Firing high. Incomplete. Intended for Holcomb on the far sideline. Helder may have held that one too long, and
I really like the comebacks that are happening with the wide receivers. Challenges is just has to be a little bit more accurate. The DBs are doing a good job of playing outside, making sure they're not getting a chance to run by them, so the coveraging is nice. But again, at the end of the day, you got to be accurate with the football in order to keep those sticks moving.
Hishaw Moore on the coverage that time. He's having fun for Fridley, Minnesota. Back to pass. He'll dump it off, and Woods dropped it. He was cutting into traffic. It didn't hang on. And that fourth down play will turn the ball back over to the North with 3:03 remaining.
Again, tried to do a little bit of a slip screen.
It's going to be fourth down. I got you.
To get Woods the ball. Just took his eyes off of it just for a second. Ends up dropping the ball. Now we're up into 4th down and 2.
4th down and 2 at the 44-yard line. Be interested to see who ends up coming out on top in the Mr. Football Award.
Exciting time with
first
especially
down.
All the.
I think he got it. Yeah,
I think he did too.
Yeah, he got it.
Speaking of Mr. Football,
Sawyer Wilkie.
Fantastic job of these guys. Had a wonderful season. Again, shout out to all the schools, the communities, the strength and conditioning programs, the coaches that make this possible. Again, the teachers, the community, the fans themselves. These kids don't get to this place without the support and help from the individuals in their community, Story.
First down at 10, new set of downs for the South. They'd like to end on a high note here, try to punch one more in the end zone. Aiden Helder, Stewartville, he ended his season on a high note, 14-0 state champs. Helder back to pass, pumps, in trouble, slips away, and then he lives to fight another day. He'll float it out of bounds, incomplete. Stops the clock with 2:17 remaining.
Again, they went 2 by 2. Everybody went vertical that time, going upfield. Again, these defensive backs are just kind of sitting back, waiting for the play to come to them. They know they got a pass, Tori, right? They're, just like you said, they want to end on a high note. I don't think they're going to be able to do that with these guys. But, again, that D-line's putting a lot of pressure on these quarterbacks. Again, fatigue has set in for sure.
Trips down to the right side, and they'll snap it directly.
Beautiful job.
To the back. Nice job. And out of bounds. Yep, out of bounds over on the far side. Francis O'Malley will take that carry on Montevideo, Minnesota.
Great job by Francis coming up on that tackle, forcing him out to the out of bounds.
Clock under 2 minutes left play. Ball at the 40-yard line. Second down and 10.
Tori, I think you got to take a shot at this point, right? You got just a little bit over 90 seconds left. Go vertical. You got to see if your guys can make a play.
And what are we going to get? Are we going to get a timeout on the field? We're going to get a timeout on the field. So timeout on the field with 1:28 left in this one. Yeah, let's go check in and see what these kids have to say about what the future's going to bring.
I'm not sure what I want to be. I just want to be rich. I want to make a lot of money. So that's the plan.
I want to own my own construction company.
Obviously, a pro football player would be pretty cool. But if it wasn't football, I'd love to be a speed and agility trainer.
An athletic trainer, help high schools have great opportunities to play good sports.
One thing I really would like to do is go fly jets in the Navy. That'd be really fun.
When I grow up, I want to get back to the game, so I want to coach or help athletes out as much as I can.
A good role model, and just someone that can help support my family.
I don't really know yet. Own a business or a restaurant. I want to cook, kind of all of the above.
I want to play in the NFL, but if that don't work, I'm trying to be like a trainer for like football.
Just have fun and live life.
Just become a successful person and be the best human I can be.
Tori, you talk about the offensive lineman saying that he wants a restaurant. That makes a lot of sense. But, you know, again, for a lot of these guys, you know, it's all about what the next level brings, especially in college and beyond. And, again, they're going to have another 4 years for a lot of these kids to be coached up even more. And as they get into their major, more opportunities will come available to them.
Well, most likely somebody out of this game, maybe two, probably not too many more than that, that ball incomplete, will make it to the NFL. So somebody's dream probably will be realized of making it that far. What kids, I think, don't realize is the small percentage that really gets that opportunity and how hard it is. You played in the NFL. I mean, you got there, but it was short-lived.
Yeah.
You know, and what is the average NFL career? 2 years, 3 years?
You talk about NFL not for long. You know, it's all about, you know, making the most out of the opportunity. And you know, what I'm most proud of, Tori, is, again, the coaches that affected my life, even how we met when we did a Super Bowl and did some speaking and talking about that. And football today, for me, I've coached, I train, I do all sorts of things, getting an opportunity to do the state championship and even this all-star game. You know, you decide when you get off the football train. You can become a coach, you can become a trainer, you can do YouTube stations. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do to continue to promote the game of football. And for a lot of these guys, they're going to find themselves in really successful positions because the success doesn't stop here with football. You take it into life with you with the hard work ethic that you've learned from your coaches and from your community.
Victory formation now for the North All-Stars, and that is the sweetest formation in all of football when you get to down the football, and I think for 99.9% of people who take victory formation, it ends up in a win. But there is that 0.1%.
It is. It's
happened before, but not in this one. 48-14. The North has put a second-half butt whooping on the South.
Pretty impressive game, and again, for a lot of these guys, it might be a challenge, but it was a wonderful opportunity for these guys, and they'll continue to do great things on and off the field.
So that's the last snap of this one. The 2023 Minnesota Football Coaches Association All-Star Game is in the books, and the North beats the South, and they did it handily, 48-14. They ran off in the second half, the last 36 points of the football game.
They did. They pulled away from it. We talked about the second half, everything beginning to open up as guys began to relax and get an opportunity to get the feel of the game. We saw it firsthand here. And again, we watched the momentum shift a number of times in the North way. And again, you see the scoreboard, lopsided victory, but still to come, we got Mr. Football. So that's something that these guys really have something to look forward to.
Well, Mr. Football, and we're going to hand out some awards here. So there will be MVPs named. If you're guessing here today, you didn't get a vote, of course. The Football Coaches Association takes care of that. But who stood out to you?
You know, I have to go with the Stewartville quarterback. I think he had a fantastic game. Aiden Helder. Got a chance to see him not only today, but last week. And so I loved how he managed. I love how he made plays with his arm, with his legs. Again, a small program, big-time talent. Those guys continue to do great things down there in their sports programs as well as with their student-athletes. He jumped out to me for sure. How about you?
Keyshawn Cummings-Coleman.
Okay.
He stood out to me on the north side. I think from the offensive standpoint, I think that I would probably go with him. You know, Tanner Schmidt had a great game. Dalen Cummings had a great game. Centennial, DeMario Davenport did. But we'll go down and get the official word from Dave Giles, so we'll check that out here in a second.
It's time to introduce today's most valuable players from each team. We start with the South All-Stars. First, we present the Defensive Most Valuable Player Award to number 9, Antonio Menard from Lakeville North. Now we present the Offensive Most Valuable Player Award for the North All-Stars to number 10, Bart Makinich, quarterback from Mankato West. Now the Most Valuable Player Awards for the North All-Stars. Starting with the North Defensive Most Valuable Player. He's from Detroit Lakes, number 46, Mason Carrier. And now we present the Offensive Most Valuable Player Award for the North All-Stars. The North Offensive Most Valuable Player, quarterback from Centennial, number 17, Dalen Cummings. Congratulations to our most valuable players, Antonio Menard and Bart Makinich from the South All-Stars, Mason Carrier and Dalen Cummings from the North All-Stars. Now the presentation of the All-Star Game Championship Trophy. With the victory today, the trophy is presented to the North All-Stars. Will the North captains please step forward to receive the All-Star Championship Trophy? Congratulations to the North All-Stars. They win today's game by a score of 48-14. The all-time North-South series now is South 18, North 11 with 1 tie. The North wins for the first time since June of 2016. Congratulations to the North All-Stars with today's win, and congratulations to both teams. You are all champions.
All right, so there's our All-Stars MVPs. Antonio Menard, Bart Makinich. For the North, it ends up being Mason Carrier. Of course, that was a great pick on the defensive side. And then Dalen Cummings ended up getting it. But Kajan Cummings-Coleman had a wonderful game. But Dalen Cummings, a quarterback who distributed those footballs to Cummings-Coleman, ends up getting the offensive MVP. That snapped a winning streak that the South had inside U.S. Bank Stadium the entire time. It's the first time since June of 16 when it was not even inside here that the North has won. So congratulations to the North for getting that done.
Did an outstanding job. Dalen Cummings had a heck of a day. State champion quarterback. Leaves with the hardware as well from last week to this week. And can't forget old Mason Carrier. Fantastic job. 6'3", 225, Detroit Lakes all over the field.
Antonio Menard is downstairs, the defensive MVP from the South. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tori Old. He's Chris Rogers. He played for the Vikings. Maybe you will too someday. Congratulations on a fine season. Give me some of your thoughts on this football game and this opportunity to play in the All-Star game here today.
First off, thank you. It's an honor to be here in this All-Star game. It's playing with some of the best guys in the state of Minnesota. Obviously, I was hoping to come away with the win here. Feel like I could have contributed a little bit more, but it's been an awesome experience, man, this entire week. Just getting to build bonds with some guys that you don't get to see every day. So, yeah.
Awesome, man. Congratulations on a wonderful season, man. What will you most remember about this season for yourself individually and team-wise?
I'll probably remember just how close Lakeville North was as a team.
Cool.
We were – I would say part of the reason we had a lot of the success we had this year was because of how close we were as a team. We had that bond that we didn't have previously.
You guys went through some growing pains at Lakeville North, but then really had a nice finish to your senior season. Talk a little bit about playing for Brian Vossen and that crew.
Coach Vossen is one of the best coaches in the state, if not the best. I mean, he sets us up every game to be in the best position we can be to win every game. And honestly, I'm proud of the team, and I'm proud of the effort we all gave, so I'm thankful for that.
Congratulations on the MVP award. Real quickly before you go, what are your future plans, and what are you looking forward to after this game here today?
Well, first, after this game, I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm starving. But my future plans are to head out to the Air Force Academy in the summer, play football out there for them, and proudly serve.
Outstanding, man. My dad was a former lieutenant colonel, and appreciate you serving your country. Last but not least, what was this? What did this game mean to you personally? Obviously, representing Lakeville North, representing that community, your family. What did this game, as being selected as an all-star, mean to you personally?
It meant that one of the best of the best. I mean, I came out here. It was nice to be on this team, but I wanted to prove something more at this game, and I feel like I did a decent job at that.
Outstanding, man.
All right, I live in Lakeville, so we're rooting for you all. My next-door neighbor is Drew Colander. So,
our kicker, yeah.
Yeah, so congrats on a great season, man. Way to represent Lakeville North.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
That's Antonio Menard. He was named a defensive MVP on the South Side. Antonio Menard going to go serve his country in Air Force. And now we're going to bring in the quarterback, Bart Makinich. Bart, thanks for joining us. Nice touchdown pass to your boy Jalen Smith to get things started for the South. Take me through that play.
Hey, yeah, thank you. Really just saw Jalen break open on the post and just was like, all right, we're going deep. Liked the matchup and just let it fly.
Yeah, you had to get it going with your own guy, right? I mean, that's you guys have hooked up so much.
Yeah, it's been super fun playing with him. And, he's such a dynamic player, and you got to get in your dynamic player's hands.
It was outstanding. You guys look like you guys were playing backyard football, a little 7-on-7 2.0 for you. Talk to me a little bit about how did this week go for you? What did you learn about yourself as you saw some of these all-stars and kind of be thrown in the fire with only 6 practices?
Yeah, you just got to learn quick, play fast, and, play up to speed with these guys, adjust accordingly, and handle adversity well.
What will you remember from this week?
All the friendships I made and, the connections we built throughout this week in practices and all that.
Fantastic. Super proud of the Mankato West program and what you've done. What will you remember, and what are you going to take away from your senior season this year?
I just thought I had a ton of fun on that team, in the locker room, on the field, especially playing with my brother at middle linebacker. That was super special to me.
Very cool.
And then you had an opportunity to have one of your coaches here in this All-Star game as well, J.J. Helgett.
Yeah, he's a great coach. Puts the ball in my hands and trusts me. I trust him. It's a great dynamic there to have him calling plays, and he knows what I like, and I know what he likes to call in certain situations.
Outstanding, man. Talk to me a little bit about Bart. What's your future hold for you at the next step or the next level?
I'm going to go play football at Bemidji State.
Outstanding, man.
All right. Go Beavers, and we appreciate your time, Bart.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Great quarterback, had a great season at Mankato West. We bring in now the winners, and it looks like the North All-Star, Defensive All-Star, or MVP, Mason Carrier is going to join us. Mason downstairs. He's a throwback, Chris Rogers. We talked about it. He's got a neck roll, and he looked like Mike Allstott carrying the football a little bit, didn't he, today?
Man, take a look at this guy, man. He's got the eye black all on, the jersey's ripped, old school player, neck is wide, chiseled chin. I mean, fantastic game, man. Just an absolute rock star out there representing Detroit Lakes. How'd you feel about your play here at the game today?
Oh, it was fun. I was very excited the entire time. I knew I was playing with the best guys in Minnesota, so I was going to go out there and give it all I got, and I'm proud of our team, of what they've accomplished through this entire game. And it's probably one of the most fun football games I've ever had. I only met these guys 3 days ago, so it was a blast.
What are you going to take away from this week, Mason?
Oh, man. I'm going to say friendships can be created in 20 minutes, and you'll remember them for a lifetime.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations on your senior season. Tell me what you're going to remember most about the guys back in DL and your experiences with your coaches in the community there.
Just my senior teammates of our last year. I've been going through the Laker football program for a long time, and all the friends I've made and all the peers that have looked at me and all my accomplishments. It's great. I'm going to remember it for the rest of my life, and I'll always be a Laker.
Yeah, it's not a huge town, so I gotta mention this. Playing here at U.S. Bank Stadium, a guy Adam Thielen played here, obviously for the Vikings for many years, and having a great season in Carolina this year. How much has he impacted or helped you out along the way, if he has at all?
Oh, a ton. He's been to our community a couple of times doing hosting events for the little kids, having camps. I got a huge fathead photo of him in my workout room in my basement, so I'm going at it. I look at him and I know I can do what he's done, and I'm gonna try to get there.
You talk about getting there, Mason. Talk to a little bit about what is your next step for you going to college. What's your next piece for you, man?
I'm going to the University of Minnesota, and I'm going to the Carlson Business School of Management there. I'm going to play there, and then I'm gonna be developed by Coach linebacker Joe Rossi, and then I'm going to try to make it to the NFL. That's the plan.
And they got themselves a winner with the University of Minnesota, huh?
Yeah,
super proud of you, man. Great job today covering special teams.
Yep.
Just continue to have that attitude as you take it to the next step, playing Big Ten football. Super proud of you, and I'm sure DL's proud of you too back home.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Mason.
Thank you.
Mason Carrier, one of the MVPs in today's game, on the defensive side, headed to Minnesota. And these guys got big dreams trying to make it to the NFL. Chris, it's obviously easier said than done, but you make it. You made it. I mean, these guys have a shot.
He's got in the intangibles, especially that size at 6'3". We saw that he could cover one of the fastest guys in the state. Being down on special teams, then playing defensively, and then he got some chance on offense. So pretty incredible job today.
Speaking of offense, Centennial's quarterback, Dalen Cummings, gets the offensive MVP for the winning team, the North, who win in a blowout. You had a great game today, Dalen. First off, congratulations on the state championship. Take us back to last week and what that was like coming down the pipe. 2-point conversion. You were on the sidelines there watching that play. What was some of the thoughts going through your head?
Yeah, thank you. I was actually on the field for that. I was playing safety.
Oh, that's right.
like both ways the whole game, so that was a little bit tiring. But, I thought he was in for sure. I was standing right above him. I thought he was in. And then I look over and the ref is calling no good, and I was like, it was such a relief. And, just got to give props to that defense. They worked their butts off.
Yeah, we watched it on the monitors, and he was down short of the goal line. You win the state championship. Talk about the flood of emotion, some of the thoughts that came through as the clock struck 0, and you got to end your high school career with the state championship.
Yeah, I just have to give credit to the whole team. It was a team effort. I love those boys, and there's just a lot of relief from everyone. Just finally that hard work our whole lives paying off.
Unbelievable job again. Congratulations. Got a chance to watch you last week. So talk to me a little bit about this week. I mean, you've had a fantastic game, just a born winner, right? Talk to me a little bit about you had about 3 days to work out with these guys. What was that experience like compared to the guys that you've been playing with for a little bit over your lifetime?
It's definitely a little awkward at first getting to know everyone, but you grow bonds real fast, staying in the hotel all night with each other, and just getting that chemistry with the receivers. It was a little tough at first, but after like that third practice, we were getting those passes down.
Fantastic. As you talked about the state championship, get the all-star hardware today and bring home that. What will you remember most about your senior season at Centennial and the guys that you played with?
There's a lot of memories, but definitely it's going to be that state championship, just all that hard work that us seniors and, every underclassman put in. It was a real relief to, finally win state.
Yeah, a 28-27 win over Edina. Talk about your future. What are the plans next for you, your next step after you complete your high school career?
I want to play football. My recruitment is still open, so, any college that wants me, just hit me up.
Well, you're on TV right now, so you get an opportunity to say that. I mean, hey, if you watch this game, here's a guy that can play the position at quarterback.
This guy can play any position to me. So if you're college recruiters that are out there, they're always looking for winners. Not only this guy won a state championship, he was an all-star among all-stars, right? So at the end of the day, come get this kid. Come take a look at him. He's fantastic. We talk about character. We talk about team pride. We talk about just making sure that you represent as in terms of recruiting. What would you want colleges to know about you as you're trying to sell yourself?
I'm just a born leader. I lead by example. I'll be a verbal leader. And I love to win. And you can bet I'm going to work my butt off. And I play both ways, so I play safety and quarterback.
All right. Well, Dalen, we appreciate you stopping by. Congratulations on a great season. And he's obviously a born winner. He won the state title at the highest class a week ago. Today he gets offensive MVP in his North team that ran away with this one. Congratulations on a great way to wrap up your high school career, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
All right. That's Dalen Cummings. That was a little sell for us. We were trying – you got to come see Dalen Cummings. I mean, we saw a great quarterback play the game of football here today. Among all-stars, he was one of the top ones.
What I like about him, too, Tori, is that he's playing both ways. And when you get into that 6'1" height, you can do a little bit of everything. Obviously, quarterback is very cerebral. You got to be smart. Safety is the same thing as well. You got to be back there in that secondary. You got to put guys putting themselves in positions to make plays, linebackers, as well as the D-lines and your corners. So, again, it's about focus, leadership, and this kid has it. So if you guys are out there, coaches, man, go take a look at Centennial. Had a fantastic school year. They're going to continue to do great things. But Dalen, just a fantastic player, and again, an absolute all-star both on and off the field.
All right, our final score, the North beats the South 48-14. The North snaps a 6-game South winning streak for the first time. The North takes one home at U.S. Bank Stadium. Big thanks to the Minnesota Vikings, of course, the Minnesota Football Coaches Association of Dave Fritzy, our director Neil Hennon, our executive producer Andy Price. For my partner Chris Rogers, I'm Torrey Holt. Not that one.
we're
office, and I never spoke about him this way. I was respectful, modestly. How can you be respectful of this guy? He doesn't know anything. He can't put two sentences together, and he's negotiating our nuclear package with Kim Jong-un, who won't talk to him, by the way. He won't even